What up, what up? Mic check, mic check. We should be live, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to double check here, but looks like we got Penguin in the chat. We're trying to get some last minute things done here. I'm excited to talk a little bit here too about a lot of these things we're looking for in this game. What up, what up? Yeah, I can see the chat. What up, Penguin? Sorry. I'm just offensive gifts. Select items. Defense gifts. Hey, what up, Stevo? What are my stats for Brock Purdy this year? I'm going to go 30, 3,700 passing yards with 28 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. That'll be my prediction for Brock Purdy. I think he's going to have a pretty good year. It's going to look pretty for Purdy. At least I'm hoping he does. I like the young man. So getting these gifts all realigned up. We're waiting for the official kickoff. Hey, Payo, what's up, Payo? We got a lot of people dropping into the chat. We got Oak in the chat, Penguin in the chat, Stevo, Payo. Yeah, I think they all are subscribers actually. But thank you, Penguin Goats, for making sure to throw that out there for me. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're almost ready here for the kickoff of the Ravens official 2023 season, guys, against the Houston Texans today. All-time record here in regular season of Houston versus Baltimore is 9-2 in Baltimore's favor. Baltimore against the Texans is 4-0 all-time in Baltimore, of course, at versus Houston. The last meeting between these teams came in 2020 with a Ravens victory 33-16. Lamar Jackson having a very nice, crisp game there. But the big headlines we're going to be following today, guys, is Of course, for Ravens more so. First, how is Todd Monken's offense going to look? Of course, we saw a little bit of preseason, but a lot of that was very vanilla. And of course, Lamar Jackson wasn't a part of that offense. So that's, of course, the next thing we truly have to bring up is how is Lamar Jackson going to look? We didn't get a single glimpse even in preseason. The only people that got to see a glimpse are those that were at training camp. Um, so we're really excited to see how that turns out. So inactives for today, of course, Baltimore having three defensive backs or three corners inactive for today's game. Of course, being led by our star Marlon Humphrey. So the cornerback depth for the Baltimore Ravens is going to be tested today. Demarion Williams, aka Pepe Williams, placed on IR at the beginning of the season. Of course, we're missing Marlon Humphrey. Also missing Jalen Armour Davis, one of our mid-round picks last year, who I had a lot of hope for, and I talked about a lot when I was at training camp, as well as Arthur Mullet, later a guy that made the roster. We didn't think he would. But, of course, like we're saying, we got to keep an eye on the depth of the Baltimore secondary. Will Odafe Owe, the former first-round pick for Baltimore, really take that step like I thought he was last year? Of course, we've paired him with David Ojabo on the other side, so we're really hoping for the terrible O's today. Let's jump back into our chat here. Peo says, question, what team do you predict has the first punt return for a touchdown this season? Ooh, that's a good question, Peo. Oh, my brain's thinking of punt returners. I'd love to say Devin Duvernay, but we haven't had that great of punt returns. Take a look at some of these teams real quick. Who's got the magic? I'm going to take a really weird guess here, okay? I'm going to bet on the Miami Dolphins as the first team to get a punt return for a touchdown this season. So, to give you a little insight on why I'm thinking that, I'm purely basing this off of Heat makes mistakes. This is the first key, and it's going to be hot in some of these Miami games. And two, Miami's roster is built around speed, guys. Like, they have got speed for days. And I just got a feeling that that's where it'll happen. So, college, Steve-O says, college played in Pitt Stadium and high school on Friday. I wonder how the field is. College played in. Oh, that's something to keep an eye on. Penguin says, question, how do you think Houston will be this year? If it was, by the way, Steve, if that was in the Commander Stadium, that stadium is going to be wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. I got no faith in them to get that stadium back together. Houston, I'm excited for Houston. So we got to talk about a few things when it comes to Houston here. Let me pull my notes back up. So, of course, CJ Stroud. You got to start with CJ Stroud. The second overall pick or was in the draft, or third, whatever it was. Basically, Houston Texans ended up with two top picks with Will Anderson and CJ Stroud. So, I mean, that, in my opinion, as someone that loves scouting, I'm going to tell you right now, that just makes me already salivating over the potential of this game. But with this, Tucker's getting ready here. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not Tucker. The Texans are getting ready for the kickoff. I'm guessing Duvernay is going to be deep, but oh, he's bringing it out. Duvernay bringing it out. And decent gain. Looks like to maybe got 2 extra yards on the play, but his pick was for my PR touching them or Browns for no reason. I know the Browns just got weird luck, like, Of course, a big thing here. How is there already flag? How is there a flag? There's been 6 seconds. What did they call it? I couldn't even hear it. But Mark Andrews, of course, out for the Baltimore Ravens today, a quadricep injury. So the starters are going to be Isaiah Likely and Charlie Kolar. So that's going to be a huge thing to keep an eye on here today. Our CCU guy, Isaiah Likely. But all right, the first official snap for the Baltimore Ravens. Trips left. Motion right. Handoff going to Dobbins, kind of off the left, and pretty solid run. Looks like gain of maybe 4 on the play. But of course, another thing here to keep an eye on for the Ravens is left guard John Simpson, formerly of the Raiders, got named our starting left guard. So a little bit of incontinuity there in the line, and that's where it's going to come. Play action. Little short screen pass to Isaiah Likely. It looks like he wanted to jump over him, but chose not to. Probably the smart call and small game. And that's something, guys, we talked about a little bit with this change in the Todd Monken offense. Todd Monken actually likes to use screen passes, which is something I was screaming for out of Greg Roman last year. But he actually likes to get the tight ends involved in these short little flat screen kind of concepts. And we already saw it off the rip there. So I'm excited to see what he builds off of that later in the game. 3rd and 2. Empty set for the Ravens. Blitz coming. Lamar stiff arms a man, but still brought down. Number 52 of the Texans coming up with the sack. Jonathan Grenard. Penguin Goats is going back to chat real quick. I think they are going to go 5-12 this year. If you're talking about the Commanders, I wouldn't be surprised. I think they're just going to have, it's a tough division. Steve-O says, got to go make my rounds. Drake with the Niners' first sack. Hey, congrats on that. The first sack there. Brock, Captain, Bosa, not. Ooh. Congratulations on Bosa. I saw y'all paid him finally. Jordan Stout coming out for the punt out of the Baltimore end zone. Pretty good punt. Wow. That is a monster punt all the way landing back at the 25 where this return started. Returner brings it out to about the 37 for the Houston Texans, and we're going to get our first look, guys, at C.J. Stroud. Tank Dell, one of the rookies we covered. So if y'all didn't watch, we did a live special. We did an offensive draft special and a defensive draft special, covering guys specifically that were not going to get taken in the first round. Of course, Tank Dell was one of the guys we highlighted. He was talked highly in Baltimore as well. One of Steve Smith Sr.'s favorites. But all right, here comes C.J. Stroud. Oh, Houston 5-12. I think Houston might finish better. I got faith in D'Amico Ryans as the head coach down there. Handoff. Going up the middle, and I think that's Pierce. Yep, Dameon Pierce with a good run. For those that don't know, Dameon Pierce is on my fantasy league, but I've got him on the bench because I'm hoping Baltimore has that stout run game today like we expect out of them. Big thing to keep an eye on, guys, right there. The center for the Houston Texans, Johnson, is a rookie. So they've got a rookie starting at center today. Which if I'm Baltimore, I'm trying to take advantage of that all day. You best bet I'm lining AA. Oh, tipped at the line! Stroud catches it at the line. But what a great deflection. Roquan Smith comes screaming on the B gap. And jumps on and bats the ball down to the line of scrimmage. Great play. Stroud. Oh no. Kyle Hamilton looks a little shaken up on the play, and that's horrible news for Baltimore. Let's see. Is he the one that hit Stroud? Oh, Roquan almost had a pick six right there, guys. Yeah, that's Hamilton comes in and doesn't look like anything serious, but he's going to the sideline. Jogging off under his own power. Of course, Kyle Hamilton had a huge rookie season for the Baltimore Ravens. Definitely started rough if you follow any of our videos. But I had faith in the young man that he would come on stronger in the season, and he absolutely did. So coming into his sophomore season, we're looking for a lot of things between him and our safety Marcus Williams, who I absolutely love the signing. Oh, keep an eye out. Roquan having to run out there to the wide receivers. A little bit of miscommunication. Blitz coming from Baltimore. Pressure gets there. Got to make a tackle, and great tackle in the backfield. That's going to be Kayvon Seymour for the Ravens. And brings up a 4th and 6 punt team coming out for Houston. Yeah, it's going to be hard. I'm telling you, I think Stroud, it's going to take him a little few games. Baltimore historically does not treat rookie quarterbacks well in the NFL. So this might be a rough week for him. And considering that he might be playing the AFC North, it might be a rough season for him. But I think other than that, he's got a pretty easy season. And fair catch, by the way, for the Ravens. Duvernay back there. Baltimore taking over, looks like maybe the 15 or 16-yard line. But Houston, I kind of like some of their young wide receivers. You know, you got guys like Nico Collins and Tank Dell. And of course, they got Robert Woods in there. So I kind of like that wide receiver core. You also have Mechie the third, who I think they're kind of high on. Sitting out today, part of the inactives. But Houston had a good draft. They've got a lot of really good young players. Oh my gosh. Don't tell me this is running into the kicker. Oh my God. We've got a late flag, ladies and gentlemen. Tra Blake calling the game today. We like to make a note of that. We like to make notes of the refs that are calling the games for us throughout the year because we've seen some patterns. And there's a running into the kicker against Baltimore special teams committed by who made that penalty? We gonna have some words, homie. Oh, Darius Washington, the backup safety. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Oh, it's not automatic first down, but it is 4th and 1 now. So, for anyone joining us today, thanks for joining us, guys. Let me know, are you part of the Ravens flock? Or are you here part of the Texans? I don't know what you call yourselves. Stroud rolling out, pressure, and that's a sack! Let's go! On 4th and 1, Houston's opt for a pass, and Patrick Queen blitz from the right side. Let's go, PQ. I don't have my PQ gif. I'm sorry. We're going to get a hard clap on that one, ladies and gentlemen. But I appreciate everyone dropping in, hanging out with us today. Of course, it's your boy D-Rave. We're looking for the Ravens to take a 1-0 lead. And again, we're looking at a few things here today. We're looking, of course, at how Todd Monken's offense does today. Of course, Lamar Jackson seeing his first, action. Did not see a single preseason snap. Will Odafe Owe take the next step in his 3rd year as a Baltimore Raven? How will the Raven rookies do, especially Zay Flowers? And, of course, we're looking to keep an eye on John Simpson, our left guard. Came over from the Raiders, beat out Laulu, our rookie, for the starting left guard job. And, of course, opposite here on the Houston Texans side, everyone, of course, all eyes on C.J. Stroud. Of course, Will Anderson, the first pass rusher taken off the board there in the draft. But like I said, you got to keep an eye on guys like Nico Collins and one of the other rookies that was on my draft special, Nathaniel Tank Dell from the University of Houston. Small little guy, very quick, very strong hands when I watched him on tape. So we had high expectations from him. It was one of those ones, if Baltimore did not take Zay Flowers, I definitely wanted Tank Dell later in the draft. So I got a lot of faith, and then I'm excited to see how angry Dameon Pierce runs. Dameon Pierce is one of those guys. He runs like he's angry, like he wants to hit you. Anyone that watched actual draft coverage of the young man remembers him from the University of Florida, where on a hit he lost his helmet and still lowered his head and kept going all the way to the end zone, if I'm not mistaken. So the dude is a straight dog. Baltimore, though, we lost Calais Campbell in the offseason. But we've got a really good young defensive line in Matobike, Travis Jones, the former UConn kid, as well as Broderick Washington, who got his contract extension this past offseason or preseason. Congratulations to Broderick, by the way. And of course Brent Urban round off. And I'm excited right there. Right there, you're looking at him. 24. We signed Jadeveon. Now, can we talk about that? Why the is Jadeveon Clowney wearing number 24 as an edge rusher? What the is that about, guys? Whatever though. But we're looking to see if he gets some snap. Lamar Jackson coming back out here, 10:53 in the first, looking for the second drive of the day. Play action. Ooh, good pressure on the right side. Morgan Moses getting pushed back and run by Lamar. Looks like gain of about 9 yards on the play. Will Anderson, though, there on the right side, just walked Morgan Moses back on the play. Good job by Roquan on that PQ sack, by the way, on fourth down to stay with the tight end. And see, I wanted the tight end for Houston, but I knew Roquan's probably a bad matchup for him week 1. Play action, little wide receiver screen is Zay, but well covered. Another guy also to keep an eye on, guys. We covered him in our draft special. And again, I love seeing guys that I did in my draft special who are guys who are, again, not first round picks. We got Henry Tu'o, the former linebacker of Alabama, out there playing for Houston, in on that stop right there. Another screenplay going opposite side to Zay and got the first down. Zay, the human joystick, makes like 3 men miss. Takes what was a 3rd and 1 and ends up gaining about 5 to 6 on the play. Caught the ball behind the line of scrimmage. Penguin says in chat, so as you know, I'm a Packers fan. On week 1, we are playing the Bears. We're going to beat the Penguin. I've got bad news for you, my guy. I'm hoping for you, Penguin, because you're one of my boys, and I always want to root for you. But I picked Houston to win. Chicago to win that game. And I've got DJ Moore, and I think DJ Moore is going to come out and drop 2 touchdowns on your Packers. But, we'll see. We'll see. That's my bold prediction. My hot take for the Packers-Bears game. I think C.J. Stroud's going to bomb at 40 yards deep like he did in preseason pretty early. Oh! Run up the middle, and Justice Hill with the carry. Denzel Perryman, number 6 of the a linebacker for the Texans, comes screaming down the field and makes a great tackle behind the line of scrimmage. 8:45 and ticket here in the first quarter. Baltimore looking to get their first points of the game. Of course, we're drinking some Crown today, guys. We got our Charm City Cup from our stadium training camp practice we went to. Bateman. Oh, that's a false start on Moses. Bateman with the motion, and Moses not on sync with the offense there. Now, I know, so for anyone that's not a Ravens fan, let me tell you this right now. A lot of Raven fans were highly critical of Morgan Moses last year. Now, while I'm not going to sit here and say he played pro level, like all pro bowler, he didn't play terrible. He held his own. And he was supposed to be a run tackle to start with, decent in pass coverage, not a liability in pass coverage. And I thought he was that this year. So I'm just really hoping we don't see a step back from Moses, and I think that's the only player I'm a little worried about on the offensive line this year. Jackson having to roll out right behind him, get rid of it. What a catch! Throws back across the field, a little dangerous, but Rashad Bateman with a great diving catch. And see, people were hating on Baltimore's wide receivers prior to the year, which I didn't understand, because Odell Beckham, first-round pick wide receiver. Zay Flowers, first-round pick wide receiver. Rashad Bateman, who hasn't got his fair shot yet, first-round pick. So Baltimore has 3 first-round wide receivers at their starting positions, which that's like a first for us, I feel like. Jackson. Little short. Oh, that's picked off. A horrible throw. Forced into coverage. Steven Nelson, I believe one of the free agent signings, number 21 for the Texans. And Jackson does not look comfortable right now, in my opinion. Like, he forces that ball back across the field so far behind. He's throwing from a very uneven throwing position. So I can already tell you something I'm not liking. Jackson's footwork does not look settled. Look at every throw he's throwing right now. And like, he's getting pressured a little bit, But I don't know, maybe if the early reads aren't there, or, of course, we're going to have to take a deeper look at this, but Jackson's feet just don't look set. I got to make a note of that. And this might be more of Jackson did not play a single snap in a preseason game. Not one. Which I thought was a little odd. Like, I know you want to keep, like, the offense under wraps and all this stuff and yada, yada, yada. But he just looks uncomfortable already. Let's see, Penguin Goat says, I think that Jordan Love has a chance. Maybe Chicago will win. Maybe. Like I said, I don't think Green Bay is going to be that bad this year, Penguin. I really don't think they're going to be. Jose coming in. Vamos. Oh, man. I don't know my Spanish. I'm so sorry, Jose. Jose Luis Reina Lugo. But, yeah, I think Green Bay's going to have an interesting roster this year. I don't think they're going to be as bad as a lot of people think they're going to be. But I'm a little bit on this hype train for Chicago. But I talked about this when we did the offseason plan and talked a little bit about Chicago, with their draft capital, their cap space, and all this stuff. Chicago's in an interesting situation. We're talking Chicago because we're on commercial break right now for the Ravens Texans. So Chicago, I feel like, is in a position where they have built, and they're starting to build an incredible roster around Justin Fields. But they're in such a great position with Justin Fields' contract that they can build this great team around a rookie quarterback. And this, like I talked about it, this is the year where they're going to say, hey, we've given you DJ Moore and Chase Claypool. We've given you dogs. We've given you decent weapons. Go out there and show us you can be the guy. And so, of course, if Fields doesn't produce, they're in a great position to move on from him and bring in a veteran quarterback or another high first-round pick and sacrifice multiple picks potentially to go get a guy. You know what I mean? So I think Chicago is in a great place for the next few years, barring they don't make any stupid decision. Let's watch this replay on the Lamar Jackson interception, though. So Zay Flowers coming on a drag route from the right side in a stacked trips formation. Redwell on top. Now, right there, that's pass interference. He is literally pulling him on the back of his shirt. But, nobody open on the play, though, for Jackson. 2nd and 10 upcoming for Houston. Penguin Goats, you ain't going 17-0. Get out of here. Toss play going left. Gets the edge, and that's going to be a gain about 6, it looks like, on the play. Penguin Ghost says, I think the Packers might go 17-0. JK. Just going 10-7. I think I'm actually predicting the Vikings to take a step back this year, and I think Kirk Cousins is going to take that step back weirdly. I know that's a little crazy to say. There's not a lot of basis behind it, but it's just. So keep an eye on, guys. Starting corners here for Baltimore today. Rock Ya-Sin, who and Brandon Stevens, our former SMU guy we took a few years ago. And, Odafe looked like he was coming for Stroud, but Houston taking their first time out of the game just prior to the snap. Looked like a good timeout because it looked like Odafe was about to murder C.J. Stroud in the left tackle. So 3rd and 3, we're stepping aside for a commercial break. While they slide out here for a commercial break, your boy's going to slide out for a dab. So enjoy the background for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers. And thank you everyone who's here today or has joined me so far. I think we're already having a pretty good stream based off our numbers and our chat engagement. I wish some more y'all would engage me in chat, but it'd be like that sometimes, right? Let's get a dancing Poe up. That's all we need, right? We need Poe to liven the mood a little. It's back already. Why? Oh, Clowney with the pressure! Stroud gets away and finds a man on the outside left boundary. I think that's Tank Dell. And Clowney's mad. There's a flag in the backfield. Let's see what it is. Yeah, let's go! Holding. Let's go. Even if you can't get there, make them hold you. Tunsil is mad at the ref right now, the left tackle of the Texans. Oh, what a killer for the Texans who make a play out of nothing. Let's watch it. Tunsil. Yeah, he's got him. He's got him. Looks like by the face mask, Broderick Washington. It didn't look like a hole, but it kind of looked like he had him by the face mask a little. Maybe they meant to call it on the right tackle. But 3rd and 13 coming up here now for the Houston Texans. M&T Bank is getting loud. Screen pass, right. And picked up excellently by the Ravens. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Penalty kills the drive for the Houston Texans. All right, Baltimore getting ready to come back out for their 3rd possession of the drive. Sorry, guys, I'll be back on the camera in just a moment. I'm taking my final dab because your boy's got his medical card. A little smoky. I think I can get. That should help my lighting a little bit more. Your boy's trying not to cough and die. Whew. Yeah, So if I could have 2 notes right now about my Baltimore offense. So Baltimore offense, Jackson's feet doesn't look settled. And I see the Ravens are trying to kind of force this passing game, it looks like a little bit. I'm going to repeat something, guys, from my stream last year. If you joined me for any of the live streams last year, this might sound familiar. Run the damn ball! Like, seriously, I understand. I want this offense to have a better passing scheme, and I want us to have more passing opportunities for Lamar. However, that is completely ignoring the type of offensive line you have built over years and your undeniably strong running back room, which I will argue is one of the best in the NFL in depth-wise. You know, people know JK. Some people know Gus. People should know Gus. He almost always averages 5 yards a carry. A lot of people outside of Baltimore don't know Justice Hill. The coaching staff knows Justice Hill. There's a reason he's been on this team for a long time. And, of course, we even kept the undrafted rookie free agent Keaton Mitchell out of East Carolina, one of our draft highlights, by the way. But that's also because he was in so many talks coming to Baltimore, the pre-draft visits, a lot of different things. But all right, 5:28 here in the 4th. Jackson coming out for Baltimore's 3rd offensive drive. Still 0-0 here. Oh, we got a jet screen. Zay on the outside. Dobbins throws a good block. That's probably about a gain of 5 or 6 on the play. I swear I keep seeing my chat, and then I have nothing in chat. So if you're there, guys, let me know. When I sit here and I examine the Ravens running game numbers, I feel like this. All right, take the running attempts. Okay, 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 total plays. Okay, I feel like there's a handoff to JK up the middle and pulling a few people. Going to be short about 1 yard, it looks like. Bringing up, should be a 3rd and 1. Feed my boy JK. Hey, wow, they gave us the spot. That was, okay, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention when Lamar jumped over the top on a quick quarterback sneak. All right, 4 minutes, 10 seconds. Baltimore is on the 50-yard line. Almost in Tucker range, guys, so we almost got points. Oh, we got Ricard in the game. Play action. Ricard having to block Will Anderson. Makes a great block. Jackson running and takes a hit, but gains a first down. Another big thing to keep an eye on is Ricard's use. But Ricard has taken actually a lot of snaps up at the line of scrimmage, almost as an extra offensive lineman, a lot of times in training camp. So that's something to keep an eye on, not in his traditional fullback spot, which for those people that don't know Ricard was originally a D tackle that walked onto the team as undrafted rookie free agent. And there he goes. He started as the fullback, moved up onto the line. Miscommunication, was supposed to be a handoff to Edwards. Edwards didn't take it, but Jackson able to make something out of it. Gains a couple up the left side. But there we saw again. So Ricard started in a traditional fullback position and moved up to the line of scrimmage. So again, people that don't know Ricard, started as the D tackle. He started as a 300-plus pound D tackle. So I want you to think about that as a fullback where he played in Greg Roman's offense, where he got to go in motion as he put it into blocks. That's like a defensive lineman getting to go in motion, a very athletic defensive lineman, mind you. Yep, that's technically a double motion by the Ravens. They're called on that, and back them up on that play. Illegal motion is the technical term. Jackson, oh, JK shakes a man. Jackson gets blitzed off the right side by a corner, buys enough time, fits a pass to JK, who gets met at the line of scrimmage, and then just carries him. Oh, quick update from one of the games. Trevor Lawrence, buying time, looking like a young Ben Roethlisberger, and finds a man in the back of the end zone. Jacksonville up 7-0 as the second quarter starts in the Indianapolis-Jacksonville game. But look at my boy. He even said it. Feed him. Feed him. There he is. Another handoff. Oh, met at the line of scrimmage, though. Nothing on that play. As I'm screaming, feed him, he gets met at the line of scrimmage for no gain. My boy, JK over here, doing his best Ezekiel Elliott impression from the old days. Anybody remember that commercial? The old Ezekiel Elliott commercial? He's just, Rashad Bateman, motion right. Keep an eye on that far left side formation. Lamar looking there. Got a man, and Zay Flowers on a little fade route, it looked like. That might be a first and goal, ladies and gentlemen. M&T is getting hyped as they finally starting to look like they got some chemistry. And, this is what I love to see. We're picking up the pace. We went no huddle immediately. Zay Flowers with a little jet sweep, gained maybe about 2 or 3. I love that change of pace. That was wonderful, but we got a flag late on the play. Great read. So Zay Flowers lined up in the slot left, ran like a fade, almost like a wheel, but not really. Just a go, but fading to the goal to the sideline and found the hole in what looked like maybe a cover two. Hey, they called a penalty. They tried to cut block my boy Isaiah. Toss going right. JK, let's go! JK goes airborne. Wow, that might be on ESPN. Da-da-da. Let's go! Let's go! Feed me! There we go. That's what we've been waiting for. That's what Raven Flock, Raven Nation been waiting for, guys. And Justin Automatic Tucker, good with that. Let's go ahead and update our score. Baltimore 7, Houston 0. All right, I'm sorry I've ignored the chat for a minute here. Let me jump back to chat here. Penguin Goats, I think that if Jordan Love can pass the ball okay to Christian Watson and give the ball to Jones, we'll be pretty good. And we've talked about that a little bit, Penguin. I've got another huge Green Bay fan that I grew up with, and we were live. Me and him, he actually joined me. I wasn't streaming, or I might have been streaming on Twitch potentially, or it was my very first stream, actually. If you go back and watch really deep in the channel, I had my boy Andy, who's a Green Bay fan, join me on Discord live for the draft, and we watched them draft Christian Watson, and I was pretty high on Christian Watson. So I'm very excited to watch what Green Bay can do. Like I said, they're sneaky. They're sneaky. Chimera says, I need Kincaid to go off tomorrow. Yeah, I'm very interested. You've got a strong tight end room with Dawson Knox is still there, correct, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, Dalton Kincaid, we talked about a lot. Chimera, one of the highest tight ends in the draft. You know, y'all took him in the first round, of course. I think you're going to be able to see a better, strong run game and like play action for Josh Allen. I think it'll protect Josh Allen a little better, and I think you're going to get some better deep shots for Stephon, to be honest with you, and Gabe Davis. Some more, I think you're going to be able to essentially force the defense to load the box more. If I'm not mistaken, that would be my prediction and what I would attempt to do if I was the Bills offensive coordinator, because it also will help your defense. A team that can run the ball more and dominate time of possession will give their defense more time to rest. And it just, I think, the equation, I think that's what the Bills are missing to truly get deep in the playoffs and win the Super Bowl. We'll see. Because in his nature, the best two tight ends this week won. Yep. And of course, we got Isaiah Likely today, guys. Mark Andrews missing with a quadricep injury. So we're a CCU. I got my CCU pewter ring up there. So we're a huge fan of Isaiah Likely. CCU Chanticleer. That's Coastal Carolina University. And dogs. As Coach Bennett was famous for saying on ESPN. Chimera says, why has Mark Andrews forsaken me? Hey, don't worry, Chimera. I drafted Kelsey, so no worries. No worries, I'm praying for late year. I'm a big, you got to take an elite tight end if you can. Actually, I completely forgot, guys. Let's check in on fantasy. That's the whole reason we joined fantasy. Oh, I'm excited to check the score now. All right, kickoff and takes a knee in the end zone. Penguin Go says, Chimera, what's your favorite NFL team? Oh, so let me introduce Chimera, Penguin, Chimera. You're actually both mods if you didn't realize that, because y'all both actually been here for so long. It's kind of funny you don't know each other. I both gave y'all mod status a long time ago. So Penguin is a Green Bay fan. Chimera is Bills Mafia, of course. Eternal, as he says. But let's check in on fantasy real quick. We're actually playing, guys. For anyone that doesn't know, Chimera's in the chat. We're playing Chimera week 1 right now. So we're going to check in. I'm up on Chimera, but his projected score's higher. All right. CJ Stroud coming out here for, I believe, Houston's third drive. Hand off to Pierce, going up the middle, and decent push. Was a gain of 1, push to like maybe a gain of 3. But for everyone dropping in, let me know. Give me suggestions, man. What do you like? What don't you like? Who's your team? Oh, who got that touchdown? Anthony Richardson running in the touchdown for Indianapolis, tying the game in Indianapolis-Jacksonville 7-7, by the way. Quick update. I'll try to just throw updates when I see them come in, guys, by the way. But Stroud out here, 2nd and 7. Stroud telling his guys where to line up. That's never a good sign for the offense. But it's a good sign for your young quarterback. Play action. Stroud looking deep. Oh, and had a man open. Misses him. That's number 12. I think that's Nico Collins. It is. Oh, had a man. Let's take a look here. He had a little bit of pressure coming from, Owe. And again, we're looking to see Odafe Owe get some sacks today. Him and David Ojabo. Terrible O's on the bookends for the Baltimore Ravens. Fun story for you if anyone doesn't know. Odafe Owe and David Ojabo, our 2 edge rushers, were actually roommates at the prep school they went to in New Jersey when they first came to the United States. And then, of course, one went to Michigan and the other one went to Penn State. Oh, good little catch by the halfback, but well behind the line of scrimmage, it looks like. And that's going to be, again, loss of like 3, bringing up 4th and 9. So great hold by the Baltimore D. A little lucky, to be honest with you. Stroud just missed Nico Collins over the deep left middle. So, hey, Buddha. What up, Buddha? So Baltimore has scored the touchdown. Oh my gosh. Went to JK, of course. And in the other game, Jacksonville and Colts, Anthony Richardson rushed in, and Trevor Lawrence made a pass. I'm not sure of the wide receiver. My apologies for the Jacksonville game. But hey, we got a Raven player. What up? It was JK. It was JK who scored that. It was a toss play right. JK launched into the end zone, left his feet, went airborne. It was, like I said, when I played it live, it might end up on ESPN. It was kind of purdy, to be honest with you. I wish I could clip it, but I'm not trying to get DMCA by the NFL. But welcome in, Buddha. I don't have too many Raven fans that join me usually, so it's always nice to have another part of Ravens flock in here. Yeah, honestly, Penguin, I'm usually pretty pessimistic when it comes to my Ravens. Like I acknowledge the holes in our roster. I'm not just, but this year, man, this is one of the best wide receiver cores I've ever seen in Baltimore. Our running back room is deep. Our tight end room is deep. Our offensive line is solid with good backups. Like, dude, can you imagine if Voorhees comes back in the playoffs, basically? The guy we came back into the draft and took in the 7th round. I was live when we watched Andrew Voorhees go down with that injury at the combine. It was horrible. He was one of the most highly touted guards in the entire draft. Could have gone as high as 2nd round. So to steal him in the 7th round and basically redshirt him for a year, our team has the only position we have any worry about here in Baltimore, in my opinion, is, of course, the depth of corner. Of course, we got 3 corners out today: Humphrey, Jalen Armour Davis, and Arthur Mullet, all inactive today for the Baltimore Ravens. The starters being Brandon Stevens, the former SMU. So Brandon Stevens got a fun story. He's a halfback that converted to safety now that plays like safety corner for us. And then Rock Ya-Sin, of course, the free agent signing in the offseason for Baltimore. Let's see. Check and chat real quick here. It's better be or... Oh, they're talking between themselves. Better be the Bills here or else. I know. Chimera and Chimera's prediction for playoffs. He already tried to do my Ravens dirty. I forgot, but he may have us as a first round exit. Now, me and Chimera had to hypothetically throw hands for a minute. Penguin Ghost says it's the Packers' turn to not suck. We'll see. We'll see. But I think he'll be a wild card team for sure, Penguin. I think actually I have my hot take. I think Chicago takes the division this year. I think Minnesota weirdly takes a slight step back somehow. And I think Chicago lights it up with DJ Moore and Chase Claypool. 1st and 10, Lamar having to move up the pocket, looking deep, kind of a wobbly ball, but yeah. Nelson, the cornerback that got the interception earlier, not looking, and Odell trying to make a comeback for the ball, resulting in a pass interference. That was honestly, I think Lamar was just trying to throw that ball away, and he knew where to put it, where Odell could technically get a flag for it. Yep, look at that. Odell just tried to come back for the ball real quick. Yep, that was a throwaway ball. That's veteran shit right there. Excuse my language. Look at him. He's laughing. Lamar's laughing. He knew he got him. Oh, that was so well done. That was smart chemistry between Lamar Jackson and Odell Beckham Jr., to be honest with you. That was some veteran material right there. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Let me know in chat who's your team, guys. I appreciate everyone who's joining us in today. Chimera, real quick in chat. Don't worry, I no longer have you losing to the Broncos. I have you losing to the Jets. At least it's Aaron Rodgers, and it's probably some fairy tale NFL script story. But still, Chimera, we're going to throw hands because Ravens are taking Super Bowl this year. 1 second. J.K. Dobbins on the right side. Quick little pass. And another flag laid on the play here. Buddha2 in chat asked what happened to catch. So Buddha2, let me recap. So Lamar Jackson was pushing up in the pocket from some pressure. He passed deep left. However, the pass didn't look that great, and it looked nowhere kind of near Odell Beckham Jr. However, what it was, there was Steve Nelson, the cornerback for the Houston Texans, on Odell Beckham Jr.'s hip. As Lamar threw the ball, he threw it to where Steve Nelson wasn't looking at it, so when Odell cut back for it, it forced a pass interference call, which of course gave us an automatic first down. When honestly, I don't even think Odell would have had a real chance on it, and of course Steve Nelson had no chance on it. So he was like kind of throwing it away, but also forcing a pass interference call. It was brilliant, to be honest with you, and it looked like great chemistry between the two. But the penalties were just resulted in a loss of 10, so we ended a 2nd and 18, and pass to Rashad Bateman left side. Pretty decent gain. It's going to be 3rd and long. Yep, 3rd and 10 upcoming for the Baltimore Ravens after that 2nd down penalty. After the catch by J.K. Dobbins. Sorry I missed the penalty. But I wanted to recap to Buddha what he missed. But I'm loving this game right now. There's a lot of rookies on the Houston Texans. And again, guys, if you didn't join us for our draft cover special, go back and watch some of my live. Hold on. 3rd and 10. No way. That had to be bro. That had to be neutral zone. Really? You can hear the fans screaming. I can hear them screaming from the sideline, being picked up by the NFL mics. Lamar's screaming like, yeah. So for those that they brought an all-out blitz right here. The corner definitely looked like he jumped over the line of scrimmage early. Lamar, pressured by 2 people, takes a small hit, just forced to throw the ball away. But that looked like neutral zone infraction by the defense. And we just had another penalty. Wow, they called intentional grounding. Wow, so back it up even further. A 4th and 24 as Jordan Stout comes out. But Jordan Stout nailed a kick earlier. I want to look at the official distance to that. Looks like another boomer. Comes down at the 5. Coverage. That's going to be tackled at about the 15 to 16 yard line, and great punt, great coverage by the Baltimore special teams. And we're getting CJ Stroud coming back here. Weird shout out here. I'm going to shout out actually YouTube TV with their NFL deal. Congrats to them for getting a deal done. Maybe they'll partner with me and I can get some shows like that'll ever happen, ladies and gentlemen. Like I'll ever be big enough to partner with YouTube. To dream, to dream. But for all those joining us today, thank you for joining us. Um, we're really getting to see how some of these stories that we were talking about earlier unfold. Oh, to finish what I was talking about earlier, for everyone joining me in right now, please go back and watch. I have 2 live videos where I did a pre-draft special, one for offense, one for defense, where we broke down 5 plus players at every position group on offense and defense, broken into 2 videos, of course, where we were covering guys that we did not think were going to be first round picks, but we thought could be stars, to be honest with you. And it's something, again, why we're really excited about just today and just the games in general, because we're able to finally get some tracking results for the rookies that we were watching. Of course, Nathaniel Tank Dell is here tonight for the Houston Texans, representing one of the guys that we were looking at, of course. Let's check in on fantasy football, guys. How is everyone's fantasy football doing today? I'm actually playing Chimera, like I said, who's in our chat today. We're currently up, it looks like 28 or 29 to 20 against Chimera, who just lost a little bit of his predicted fantasy football value. Of course, I've got my 2 starting wide receivers are DJ Moore and Garrett Wilson, who are playing in the 425 and 815 slots today. So I actually don't have too many players playing right now, other than, of course, my Ravens defense, who currently have me 11 points. And I actually have Zay Flowers in my flex spot, who's currently sitting at 6.8 points, getting a good amount of targets early, which we'd love to see. Oh, we got someone in here spamming. Why did my stream bot not kick them? Oh, I think it got rid of him. Yeah. I think we're good. I saw for a minute it was starting to spam in my chat, so I had to get back in there. But CJ Stroud coming out here, handoff going to Dameon Pierce. Oh, good strong run going up the left side, and that's probably about a gain of 6 or 7 on the play. No, only a gain of 5. We're getting a report on CJ Stroud. Sorry, guys, I'm getting this report in. So, they're talking about CJ Stroud just trying to stay confident, just play your game, man. Don't, thank you, Penguin, for putting it in timeout. I was trying to, and it just wasn't letting me. So I really appreciate it. CJ Stroud with a run there up right side. Going to be just short of the first down, bringing up what looks like a 3rd and 2. Brent Urban with the tackle for the Baltimore Ravens. 3rd and 1, technically. So, you know how Jason Kelsey feels about this if you watch his podcast. Sneak it. But they didn't sneak it. Stroud got a man's. That's a pass over the middle. Looks like completed as my stream freezes up. Let me refresh my stream here, guys. And that's Robert Woods, number 2 for the Houston Texans, making the catch over the middle. 1st and 10. 11-15. Let me update my quarter here as well, because it is the 2nd. And then, like I said, guys, I've got Dameon Pierce on my fantasy league, but he's on my bench right now. So let's go take a look and see how he's doing today. 2-point, 10 points. So look like I made the right call so far, especially with Baltimore getting ahead. So for those that don't know, going forward on the channel, we're going to be trying to do some fantasy football predictions every Thursday morning before, of course, you know, the, we got a blitz! Come on, get him! Oh my God! Oh my God! All right, to recap. We had a heavy blitz, Kyle Hamilton screaming down over on CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud's able to spin out and run out and make something happen. Approaching the left sideline, bombs it deep where it gets deflected by a Baltimore Raven and sadly falls down to the ground. But Michael Pierce and Kyle Hamilton with the pressure up. And Marcus Williams almost with the interception. Deflected down. Oh my God, my Ravens defense almost had the pick. Marcus Williams and Kyle Hamilton. We have high expectations here in Baltimore. Like Buddha said, get him! Oh my God, y'all was losing it. Like, come on. I wanted a reason to put my Kyle Hamilton gifts up. Come on, Ravens defense. I have gifts prepared for some of the Ravens defensive players for our visual presentation. Give me a reason. Give me a reason. Buddha says, why do you always have fail the blitz? We do, man. We always get that close. And that was like always one of the things. If you're a longtime Ravens fan, you'll remember, of course, Matthew Judon now playing for the Patriots. One of the stats that drove me nuts when we had Matthew Judon was he never got there for the sacks, but his pressure rate was so freaking high because he was always that close. But just something schematically didn't get it for him. Where, of course, in New England, something schematically worked for them. You know, we always wish the best for Matthew Judon, except for when he's playing against us. 3rd and 5 coming up here for CJ Stroud. Got plenty of time. Little pressure by Owe and drops a short pass caught by Woods. And they're going to give him the first down. 10, 12, and ticking here. Looks like Houston might be trying to pick up the pace a little bit. Owe getting the pressure late there. And again, we're seeing a lot of pressures by Owe, but he's not getting there. And they had Owe and Ojabo lined up basically over the guards and had them stunt. That was a very interesting defensive concept. So they stunted, but also stunted all the way across. Ojabo got cut a little bit, so he didn't get across to the right side. Play action. Brent Urban pressuring early. CJ Stroud gets it off, and tight end comes up with it. Short gain, maybe about 4 on the play, it looks like. But it looks like both offense getting into a little bit of a rhythm here finally, you know. And it's generally understood, you know, not in just the NFL, but in football in general. At the start of every season, usually the defenses are a little ahead of the offenses. That's just how it goes. And, but, you know, the rookie CJ Stroud not rattled. You know, Baltimore has a tendency to rattle young rookie quarterbacks. And the young man looks composed, to be honest with you. 2nd and 5. Looking left. The Houston Texans want a head-to-head hit on CJ Stroud, but doesn't look like they're going to get it. CJ Stroud wanted a short pass left. Baltimore D-line does a good job of reading it, jumping, and forces Stroud to just dive and get nothing. And update real quick. We've got a touchdown in the Tampa Bay, Minnesota game. That's going to be Jordan Addison, the first-round pick, who I was high on, you know, because, of course, Jordan Addison, the first-round wide receiver, is going to get a lot of good looks because Justin Jefferson is going to get double-teamed. And Addison is a great route runner. Got his first touchdown there in Minnesota, takes the lead 7-3 over Tampa Bay. And with that, it looks like, did Houston just take their final timeout? Oh, that's bad. That's bad coaching. Let's talk about this. We gotta pause everything, guys, and talk about this real quick. There is 8 minutes left here in the second. Houston is down 0-7, right? Houston just used their final timeout. Houston no longer has any timeouts with almost half, more than half of the second quarter left. Can anyone tell me the last time that happened? I wish I could. I need to get like Chat GPT up. Chat GPT. When was the last time a team used every timeout before halfway through the second quarter of a game? Like, let's talk about that for a minute. Like, by the way, Buddha, I want to ask you as a Ravens fan. I saw Marlon Humphrey the other day. I saw an article 18 hours old said he restructured his contract, freed up I think $5 to $6 million, which Baltimore does a lot. Who are they looking at in free agency right now? There's eyeballing somebody depth-wise. I'm guessing a corner. And Stroud with a catch. Robert Woods getting a lot of targets early. Fantasy football standout. Might want to keep an eye on that. Looks like he is trusting the veteran wide receiver there. And Woods in the slots getting some good looks here again in Baltimore. I want to say that's his like fourth catch at least of the game. Buddha says, why do we always... Him and Mosley were the guys. We would be dogs with them too. We would. I got a Mosley jersey right behind me, actually. Zay Flowers is the best wide receiver in draft. I don't know. Jackson Smith and Jiba. See, my problem is Jackson Smith and Jiba has injury potential. Oh, that looked like a late shot. Oh, no. Is Kyle Hamilton getting up slow? Please don't tell me. Buddha says, no, Marlon isn't leaving. He just restructured his deal. Marlon Humphrey is one of the veterans for Baltimore that often restructures his deal. So what he does is he moves his regular salary to a guaranteed salary, which actually frees up money in the cap formula by that amount, essentially. So he cleared extra money for us for this season, which is usually an indicator that we're looking for someone at trade or potential depth signing and free agency. Or getting ready to give someone an extension. CJ Stroud with another throw over the middle to Nico Collins on a 2nd and 5. Great catch. 6:35, bringing up a 1st and 10, and Houston approaching the end zone here. Are already in field goal range, and that's the exact same route he got Robert Woods on earlier, just Nico Collins running it. So, but yeah, Buddha, I'm expecting a cornerback trade or signing soon by the Baltimore Ravens, especially before the trade deadline, based upon that move. Run by Dameon Pierce up the middle. Looked like it was going to be a big run or a good run, but Brandon Stevens, the corner, comes down and just lays the wood on Dameon Pierce. Ooh, I ain't gonna lie though, guys. I'm a little scared. Dameon Pierce just looked angry. Anyone just see that face? He's sitting there chewing on his mouthpiece. He just looked like he about to slug somebody, to be honest with you. Like, I don't like the look in Dameon Pierce's eye right now. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the look of it. 2nd and 9 coming up here for the Houston Texans. Single back formation. Handoff to Pierce, going left and gain maybe about 3 or 4, it looks like, on the play. Bringing up a 3rd down, but Houston doing a good job right now of just staying in 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 5, which is something I love to see. Run, pass. Run, pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially for a young rookie quarterback, just keep him in a rhythm. Thank you, Penguin. You are an OG, my guy. 3rd and 5 coming up here. 4:48 ticking here. Stroud looking a little screen pass right. Great coverage there by Ardarius Washington to force him back, and Ravens are piling on top of him. Going to be a loss of the play. Again, Ardarius Washington, first man there for Baltimore. And 4th down. Guessing kicking team coming out here for him. Darius, oh no, he's coming up limping a little bit. Able to walk off, but he's definitely limping. God, that's Baltimore, like I said, already having some depth problems at the cornerback position. We're praying for Marlon Humphrey to come back soon, but, you know, we're hoping that the scoring potential of Todd Monken, Lamar Jackson, and the Baltimore Raven offense will be able to carry and let just Marlon, take your time. Jalen, if you were there at Baltimore Ravens training camp at the stadium, you might have heard me. I was out there screaming, Jalen, I expect big things out of you. And for those that don't know, Jalen Armour Davis is a cornerback we took out of Alabama. I want to say it was fourth round, somewhere between third and fifth round a few years ago. I really like the young man. I like him. I really have high expectations for him. He's had a little bit of injury issues, but I think if he can be healthy, I think Baltimore could have, a really strong cornerback room. Of course, we already lost to Marion Pepe Williams, who was really I think, nestled in to take over the slot position for the Baltimore Ravens. Oh, did he post a link? I didn't know. Yeah, don't we probably don't post links. I should have a bot chat that monitors that stuff. Um, oh, you were posting a link of a player. Yeah, don't post the link of the player. Just if you put his name, I'll know for sure. Um, but Penguin Goat said Dar and Demarion Williams. We lost him an ankle injury. If that's who you're referring to, I really liked him, but he went down to an ankle injury and had to have. So he was in a weird position since he played snaps in training camp. We had to carry him over to the 53-man roster and then move him to IR. So he had to take a roster spot before we moved him to IR. But yeah, I had high hopes for the young man. Oh, that's weird. I don't know why then. Kenny Moore, CJ Henderson. Okay. Okay. Not bad. I have a feeling Baltimore's eyeballing someone on the trade market. I wonder if Arizona's got anybody. Wink, wink. I wonder if they go try to grab Buddha, play him as a safety. Um, Darn elementary school. Did you ever go to the Penguin? I did not go to the principal's office much in elementary school. I was a very good kid. Um, I was just in a mindset when I was in school. All I wanted to do was get good grades so I could play sports, aka soccer at the time, and just do it. So I was not in trouble much in school. I got in trouble here and there, like certain things. I always stood up for myself and stood up for others. One of the first times I actually got in trouble in high school was I was sitting beside a girl in Spanish class, and my pencil broke, and I was using lead pencils. I ran out. So I asked her for a pencil. The teacher lost her and took the girl's test and was like, "You're getting a 0." And I tried to explain. And this girl literally was like best girl in the class, like got good grades, never did anything wrong. You know, dude, she was devastated. And I was just sitting there like, it's not right. And I started cussing, and basically telling the teacher, that's effing not right. That's effed up. And of course, the teacher didn't take my test, took her test, not my test. And so I got up in the middle of class. I walked over to the Spanish teacher's desk, and I shredded my test right in front of her, and I threw it in the trash can. I said, if she gets a 0, I get a 0. And then I walk back and I sit down and I lean back in my desk. The teacher gave the other girl her test back and wrote me up, of course. And I went and spent a day in ISS. But it's one of those ones you got to do what you got to do, right? I had another time in high school, fun little story. A football player, he thought it'd be a fun idea. I don't know if you know that blue tacky stuff like teachers use to stick stuff to the walls. Hold on, let's get back to the game real quick, and we'll talk that in commercial break. We're at a 2nd and 6 here. Lamar Jackson, shotgun. Pressure by Will Anderson again. And Lamar Jackson having to scramble out. Got it some space, though, and a good run. Looks like a gain of about 10 yards on the play. And the Texans are moving Will Anderson Jr., their first-round pick, over guard, over center, everywhere. And here he is on the stunt. Starts on Moses on the right side. Moves to the right guard where, surprisingly, Kevin Zeitler, who's a fan favorite here in Baltimore, I love him too, actually misses the pickup. And Will Anderson just run right. Oh! Jackson with a late throw and Dobbins gets hit late in the lower back. No flags on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 10. And Jackson kind of got this frustrated look on his face right now, to be honest with you guys. Kind of looks like he's like a little mad he didn't get a call, but Buddha asks, "Are you from Maryland?" Yes, I am from Maryland. Oh, we got someone back in this chat trying to stream and spam stuff. Thank you, Penguin. Penguin, if you can ban, you're more than welcome to ban him from the channel. Um, it's a little sad. He might be bringing in viewers, but I can't have people in here like that spamming. So I appreciate you for banning or timing, putting him in timeout again. Of course, now I'm trying to like scroll up. There we go. Yeah, I'm from Baltimore. I was born in Baltimore but raised in South Carolina, so that's why I'm a huge Ravens fan. We went to Baltimore Ravens training camp this year, as well, which was a huge fun experience. Thank you again, Penguin Goats, for my moderator for banning that person in chat or timing them out. Lamar Jackson just having to dump it away with the pressure, and man, Baltimore is just not able to protect Lamar right now. They are just blitzing, and Stout coming out for another punt. Let's take a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 or 7 people coming. And Lamar just having to try to throw the ball away, basically. But punt coming out here for Baltimore. And we'll get back to that little fun story in high school after the punt. We've got a flag. Before the punt gets off, let's see what the flag is. A false start. Isaiah Likely, the CCU rookie on protection duty. Back it at 5. I mean, it's a punt, whatever. But the real important thing is CJ Stroud getting ready to come back out here for the Houston Texans, guys, with 2 minutes, 1 second. So he's 2-minute warning's basically going to be there as the punt goes. So we're going to get to see CJ Stroud in his first ever real 2-minute drill, which I think is basically someone needs to get the clip ready because, I think every rookie first round or rookie quarterback that starts should, it's gonna be on your tape. You need to be watching it. How did you perform? What could you do better? Just film study in general. You know what I'm saying? Fun story also, Penguin Goats, you're talking about elementary school and ISS. In middle school, I kind of was just doing too good in all my classes that they made me a teacher assistant for one of my classes for like an elective. And I got assigned to be the teacher assistant for the ISS teacher. So in middle school, my job was to like, when the kids needed work, I would like sign them out of ISS with the teacher, walk them to their classroom where their teacher was, pick up their work, walk them. So I'd literally be like walking down the hallways with the kids that were always in ISS. What you in here for this time, buddy? Oh, man. You cursed out such and such again, such and such. Like, it was kind of funny, to be honest with you. I had a lot of fun doing it. And I just got to work on any projects that I had in other classes. But, yeah, so in high school, I got ISS one other time. Because there was a kid on the high school football team. And he actually played on the offensive line, but he wasn't that big. And he thought it would be funny one day that blue tacky stuff, if y'all remember from school, that they use like stick stuff to the concrete walls. He flicked it and got it stuck in my hair without me noticing. And so I didn't really understand what was going on at first. Like I'm sitting there and they're just looking at me and laughing, like their whole table like it was right beside us and they're laughing and giggling and like pointing kind of almost like making it obvious that they did it and, they thought it was hilarious. And I'm telling you, dude, that shit would not come out of my hair. And I'm sitting there trying to get it out and it's getting worse and like worse. And like I said, they're laughing. At this point, I'm getting mad. And my boy's sitting beside me. We're in a U.S. history class like at 8 in the morning. And I'm getting mad. And they didn't know me. They thought, I probably wasn't going to do anything. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, there's no like blue tacky stuff I can see easily to get, but I had chewing gum. So I start sitting there just like whole pack in my mouth, getting a huge wad of chewing gum. And so in the middle of class, we're all just sitting there silently doing work. I get up, walk over to his table and just spit out the gum in my hand and just smash it into his hair and just mush it all around, and took a step back, basically waiting for him to stand up to fight me. He didn't do shit. I grabbed some scissors, I walked out of the room, and I went and cut the blue shit out of my hair. When I walked back in, the resource officer was there, and I went to ISS. But I think everyone that day learned when the football player didn't stand up to fight me, and I was squared up ready to fight, you know. But all right, CJ Stroud out here with the 2-minute offense for the Houston Texans. Quick run off the left side for a short gain, and flag on the play. We're waiting to see what it is. For anyone and everyone dropping in, thanks for dropping in, guys. Let me know who your team is. Are you part of the Raven flock? We got a face mask on the defense. They didn't say who, though. We're going to get a Harbaugh. What did he do? Okay, never mind. We have to... We're going to change that to a Harbaugh. Come on. Because that was clearly, guys, a face mask by Matabike. We got a Harbaugh. What did he do? Come on. Come on. Are you kidding me? Come on. Devin Singleton. Now, guys, why are we seeing 2 runs back-to-back by the Houston Texans? This is a 2-minute drill. Now, don't be wrong. I get that normally. But I guess because they gave him the first down. But you got to pick it up. The clock's running. You ain't got no timeouts. You use them. We talked about that earlier. Houston used their last timeout before even half of the clock was expired in the second quarter. 1:15 and ticking still, of course. And they're handing it off again on their side of the field. Are they just saying we're not even going to try to score with 140? Basically, when they after the punt, they got the ball like 147 starting. With 147, you're really going to say you're not even going to try to score? I'm going to tell you right now, as a fan, as a player, as a manager, as a lot of different things, on the Houston Texans side, I would be upset. If I was a Houston Texan fan, I would be upset right now, guys. 2 consecutive runs brings up a 3rd and 7, and Baltimore actually using their first timeout of the entire first half of the game, guys, like real head coaches do. Jadeveon Clowney checking into the game here. They're kind of focusing on him because Baltimore took this timeout on a 3rd and 7 to get extra time to make sure they get the defense ready. So I expect pressure coming from Baltimore here. Definitely looks like it. Only bring 4 with a delayed blitz 5, and that's a connection on the right side. Number 3, my boy Tank Dell, the rookie we covered, guys, in our pre-draft special on the offensive side. Again, go check it back out in our live videos. For a big first down. 46 seconds, no huddle. Oh my gosh! Almost pick 6 by a defensive back for the Baltimore Ravens, but plays it too aggressively and caught by Robert Woods on the left side. Oh my gosh. Brandon Stevens almost gets the ball, but great. Oh my gosh, he gets a hand on it, but Robert Woods with strong hands makes the catch, and that's another first down and out of bounds for the Houston Texans, a.k.a. stopping the clock with 40 seconds here left in the second quarter, guys. And 1st and 10. Stroud, of course, coming out in the shotgun formation. 8 and 9 right now in his last passes. Going deep down the right. Overthrows his man one-on-one on what looked like our Darius Washington on the outside. Of course, Baltimore with 3 cornerbacks inactive today. So we're seeing some of these safeties. Like you could see Roquan looked like he was out there playing on the outside of the formation for Baltimore. So Baltimore's having to get a little creative with their linebackers and their safeties with covering some of these wide receivers for the Houston Texans. Sorry, your boy has cotton mouth. We got our Charm City Football Cup here, drinking some Crown Royal today. 2nd and 10, CJ Stroud coming out. Shotgun, stack formation right for the wide receivers. Stroud oh no, a little dump pass to his halfback on the left side, and Boone, number 22 for the Houston Texans, just looking up and looking where he's going to go before he catches the ball, and just off his fingertips, an incomplete pass. He would have got absolutely leveled by the Baltimore defender had he caught that ball too. Absolutely why he was looking up at it. Penguin Ghost says, I have a question. Where do you get the gum? I had gum in my bag because, at that point, I had some teachers that didn't care about chewing gum. I was in ROTC and did a lot of after school stuff, so I just had gum in my bag. That's where I got the gum. Ooh! Ojabo thought he was going to get his first sack of the season, but we got a false start on the Houston Texans. So back them up 5 yards, and we're going to have 25 seconds. Or I'm sorry, they're fixing the clock. 31 seconds on the clock prior to the penalty, it looks like. And that's going to put Houston, let me check the yardage here. That's the 35, so that's the 37. So that's going to put them probably approximately at the 42-yard line here. So definitely could not afford a 5-yard penalty. 3rd and 15 coming up for the Houston Texans and C.J. Stroud. Again, they're doing a lot of these formations, stack wide receiver right, tight end, and wide receiver kind of stacked left but not right quite. C.J. Stroud going deep right and again overthrows the route. Tank Dell there on the corner route on the right side. 4th and 15, and we got a flag though late. Let's see what it is. No! We've got a roughing the passer late. Travis Jones, the defensive tackle for the Baltimore Ravens. Let's see it in slow-mo, guys. Spin move. I don't think it was Jones. There was someone kind of diving at his back legs on the right side, which I'd be more upset about as, that's a touchy call, guys. And that's going to give them a first down now. And almost in red zone. Harbaugh, very upset on the sideline right now. We're going to give that a Harbaugh head shake. And Harbaugh going to take his second time out now. Definitely going to have a talk with McDonald, the defensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens. Oh, God, guys. Let's get my two boys up, Ojabo and Owe. We're hoping for a big play from one of the two here. Let's get it hyped, son. Your boy needs to get back in the gym. My arms are getting small again. I don't know. What do you think, Stream? Is the arm decent or... I need to work on my triceps heavy. I got a decent bicep, but my triceps, man, are garbage. To be 100% honest with you, Stream, my triceps are garbo. Oh, we got the guy back who's going to spam in my chat, so we're going to get him put in a timeout. Looks like Penguin already got me. Shout out again to Penguin Goats and Chimera, my moderators, admins today who are helping me combat some of these people dropping in and just spamming, I got nothing against pirating, and doing your own thing to watch a game, to be honest with you. But please don't come into my chat and spam your stuff. My moderator bots are supposed to do that, so I'm a little frustrated that they don't. I got to figure out what's going on with that. But let's take a look, guys, while we're here on commercial break. We got to, of course, check the fantasy football. You know what I'm saying? I got someone. I'm a commissioner of the league, so I've got someone messaging me here real quick, asking me questions about the game. So let me answer him real quick. My apologies. Quick answer. So fantasy football again. We're playing Chimera, guys, in our first game. We technically actually have two different leagues, but we only really care about one. Lamar Jackson is starting, of course, for me on my team. I almost forgot about it. And Lamar Jackson has me a measly 3.9 points. So we need Lamar to get me a touchdown here. Najee Harris is getting destroyed in San Francisco right now. Bro, it's not even close. San Francisco is up 20-0 on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Your boy's going to be looking for a trade potentially. But all right, hold on. We're back. 5 wide for the Houston Texans here. CJ Stroud having to roll out. Some pressure by Ojabo and misses his man on the right side. 2nd and 10 with 19 seconds left. Let's get this Ojabo Owe hypothetical chant. I'm telling you guys, if I was at M&T right now, I would be looking at half the stadium behind me. All right, y'all need to be screaming, Ojabo. And then the other side, y'all need to respond, Owe, Ojabo, Owe. And just back and forth, bro. And this really, because the Orioles, it's part of the thing is that, so like really accentuate the O, go deep with the O part of it. Like I think it would sound so amazing at M&T Bank. Snap here by Stroud. Got a man over the middle and crushed by Brandon Stevens over the middle. And they are trying to hurry up. Of course, Houston Texans have no timeout. 7, 6. They are trying to spike the ball. Gets the spike off with 5 seconds in. We expect to see the special teams, a.k.a. the field goal unit coming out for the Houston Texans. Kick coming momentarily. And Brandon Stevens lays the wood on Robert Woods over the middle. Definitely game plan there by the Houston Texans, it looked like. It looked like they just wanted to get a few yards and be able to spike the ball, while Baltimore probably sat on the outside boundaries, defensively speaking. Field goal team out there. Kick coming. Kick is up. And kick is good. And with that, guys, we're going to have the game. Houston 6, Baltimore 7, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I expected Baltimore to be up more than 1 point going into halftime. No knock on the Houston Texans or any of their players, but just historically speaking, under Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh era, Lamar Jackson has almost always started the season on fire. While of course, right now Lamar is definitely not, where he probably normally is in a game. I know, I wish I had some funner stuff to do during halftime. I'm going to try to cover their halftime, what I'm seeing on the halftime report as well. Trying to jump in between fantasy football. I would love to see how everyone else's fantasy football teams are doing. Of course, I can see how yours is doing, Chimera. So, I don't know about y'all, but I have DJ Moore, who plays, of course, the Green Bay Packers at 425 today, and Garrett Wilson on the Jets, who plays against the Buffalo Bills tonight, a.k.a. Chimera's team. And we're hoping for big performances from them. We're hoping for basically a shootout in the Bills-Jets game. We're hoping for high scoring, tons of touchdowns. But we need some more out of Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is significantly behind where he's supposed to be in fantasy football predictions. Let's cover the stats real quick before we jump across the NFL and talk a little bit about what we're seeing in some of these other games. So, of course, right now, CJ Stroud, 13 of 20 for 91 yards. So, doing pretty good. No big plays, but, of course, no turnovers. Dameon Pierce, 6 carries for 26 yards, averaging 4.3 yards per carry. So, a pretty healthy yards per carry out of Dameon Pierce. Robert Woods, we talked about earlier, fantasy football alert, guys. I need to make like a sound and a GIF for that. Fantasy football alert, Robert Woods. 5 catches for 51 yards on 5 targets. So seeing a very healthy amount of targets early and also making good catches for his young rookie quarterback. So, PPR league right there, guys. That's 10 points, and 10 points in the first half out of Robert Woods, I would absolutely consider a win. Steve Nelson, of course, the interception for the Houston Texans early. But let's talk, guys, Lamar Jackson, who we're really here for. 7-11 for 60 yards, of course, with an interception. Not looking good. Rushing, J.K. Dobbins, 6 carries for 17 yards, averaging only 2.8 yards a carry. Of course, got the touchdown early, so looks up and down. And of course, we're going to jump across the NFL here. We've got Cincinnati taking on the Cleveland Browns. Joe Burrow playing this game, 6 of 14 for 36 yards. Looks like they are down by 3 points. But let's go here. San Francisco, Pittsburgh. San Francisco up 20-0 on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brock Purdy, 14 of 21 for 154 yards, 2 touchdowns. Looking good in that game. Kenny Pickett, 6 and 9, decent amount of yards and interceptions. So I don't know what's going on in that game, but we are seeing a blowout over there. Jacksonville and Indianapolis. We saw a little bit early in this game in a 7-7 tie. Are we still at that point? No. Jacksonville up 14-7 on the Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson, 11 of 15 for 100 yards and a rushing touchdown. Looking pretty good so far. But Lawrence outplaying him a little bit, 136 yards and 2 touchdowns. Heading over Tennessee versus New Orleans, 6-6 with 1:45 left. Tannehill not playing too well. Derek Carr, 9 of 15 for 91 yards, playing pretty well. They're not talking too much about that, though. Heading to Carolina versus the Atlanta Falcons, where we are tied up 7-7. Bryce Young, 10 of 16 for 86 yards, a touchdown and an interception. Desmond Ridder, 8 of 10 for 24 yards. So great completion percentage, but not a lot of yards, but got the touchdown. And again, all tied up there. Looks like Hayden Hurst got the touchdown, which we predicted big things for Hayden Hurst and Bryce Young down there in Carolina. All tied up in the Tampa Bay Vikings game with 54 seconds left here in the second quarter. Kirk Cousins balling out, making me look dumb. 19 of 25 for almost 200 yards. And the flop game, 13-7 Arizona over Washington Commanders, counting down the last 30 seconds of the second quarter. Sam Howell continuing to look good, 12 of 18 for 100 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, so a little blotch on that. While Joshua Dobbs on the other side, 8 of 12 for 63 yards. The one game, guys, I don't know about y'all, the one game that's blowing me away is the San Francisco-Arizona game. I did not expect that. I actually picked Pittsburgh to upset the San Francisco 49ers, especially because I thought the game was in Pittsburgh. So we are definitely surprised to see that. I don't know. We got to go focus on that game. Hold on, guys. Let me pull the stats up because we got to figure out what is going on in Pittsburgh right now. If it is in Pittsburgh, we're double checking here. This is at Acrisure Stadium, which is, I'm pretty sure, the Steelers Stadium. Let's check it out. So the game opened with a punt by the Steelers, 9-play touchdown drive, 54 yards, followed up by the San Francisco 49ers. The next drive in an interception by Kenny Pickett, and then in a field goal, another punt, touchdown. It just, man, the San Francisco 49ers just able to make something out of it, and just, wow, I did not expect that out of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's check the stat lines in that game, guys. And sorry if we were on rapid fire there for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. We were just trying to cover a little bit of everything. Let's take a look here. So San Francisco stats here, of course, up 20-0 on Pittsburgh. Brock Purdy, 14 of 21 for 154 yards, 2 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey, 11 carries for 52 yards, averaging 4.7 yards per carry. Brandon Ayuk carrying that wide receiver core today, 5 targets with 5 catches for 76 yards and 2 touchdowns. Debo not too far behind him, 4 catches and 45 yards. George Kittle putting in a little work, 3 catches, 19 yards with 6 targets. So a lot of targets for Kittle, but looks like they are putting some significant resources in trying to slow him down. Charvarius Ward, the player for the San Francisco 49ers that got the interception earlier. Drake Jackson actually now with 2 sacks on the day. I know someone was very excited about that earlier. Drake Jackson is a player that 49er fans were very excited about over there on the coast. the West Coast. Um, pairing him up with Bosa on the other edge, and it's definitely paying off. That's for sure. Let's see what's going on the Steelers side. So again, Kenny Pickett, 9 of 14 for 49 yards, just not making much. Little dink and dunk. Najee Harris, 3 carries for 22 yards, 7.3 yards per carry. So seems like they needed to feed Najee a little bit more, and they're trying to get too fancy with Pickett. Run the ball, man. If you have a halfback, guys, that is averaging 7.3 yards a carry, and he's only got 3 carries, we need to have a serious discussion. At 3 carries at halftime, we need to have a very serious discussion. Like your run pass numbers are off badly. Couple fumbles, it looks like, forced by the Steelers defense, but weren't able to recover any of them. And TJ Watt looks like he got his first sack of the season over there on the Steelers defense. Did the Niners get a kick return? Like, I don't know, guys. What are y'all's thoughts? Like, let me know. Of course, the shocker is San Francisco Pittsburgh game. Dang, Penguin, the guy you were banned, he came back on a different account. Like, you almost have to like appreciate the pure like effort it takes, I guess. But at the same time, God dang, my guy. But I appreciate anyone and everyone who's in here tonight that's hanging out with us, chatting, just hanging out in the background, viewing, even. I think we're doing a little bit better than most majority of our streams do, and y'all are all a part of it. So I greatly appreciate it. And again, thank you for being here and part of this. I think we're almost back here from the halftime. Not quite yet. Let me see here. We're trying to look. Let's check my other fantasy football league. My other fantasy football league, I'm doing pretty good because your boy had Amon St. Brown, who lit it up, of course, on Thursday Night Football. So currently, I am beating my opponent 43-36, but he is projected total to win. I've got Joe Burrow, who, just like Lamar Jackson, is kind of stinking it up right now in fantasy football. I do have Christian McCaffrey, though, who's got me a solid 8.6 points. Gibbs got me a solid 8 on Thursday night. DK Metcalf here playing tonight on Thursday. David Njoku laying a stinker up there in Cleveland. Definitely probably looking to trade him. We also have DeAndre Hopkins for Tennessee. Of course, that's a 9-6 game. Tennessee in the lead. He's got 4.4 points, so definitely a little behind what I expected from him. I'm still hoping to get a touchdown out of that. And I've got the Jets defense tonight, which is probably not a good matchup. I'll be honest, the other league, I did not draft my players. I was trying to just do a mock draft. And what I thought was just a test mock draft ended up putting me in a league, which I wasn't aware of. So, in the mock draft, I did like a few picks and left because I was trying to start a stream for I think, my real mock draft. And so, I ended up with Kadarius Toney, who I honestly would have never picked up. And it's not looking good for me. But Zay's got me pretty good points right now with 6.8 points, and the Raven defense held now with 8 points, so not doing too bad. Damian Pierce got about as many points as I expected. But, like we were talking about earlier, guys, I expected the San Francisco Pittsburgh game to be way closer. And this might work in my favor a little bit that the game is a blowout. But I've got George Pickens on my team. He's not active tonight, but it might work out in my favor.
So Penguin asked me in chat, guys, how do the Ravens, well, it has like an emote that blocks like one of your words. How do you think the Ravens record will be? I think the Ravens finish above 13 wins is my original prediction. Now, how the offense is performing right now would potentially leave some questions. Let's be honest here. But we're hoping we're going to come out in the second half with a fire under our ass. You know what I'm saying? And take off. But we'll see. Right now, by the way, guys, looking across the NFL, before we're almost back here, Ravens, Texans. Pittsburgh is in the red zone with 42 seconds left, looking to put some points on the board before halftime. We're hoping for a Chase Claypool touchdown. Washington also in the red zone in a 13-7 game trailing. So they're looking to take the lead, but it looks like it's on the final play, so we don't know about that. I would love to ask anyone that's there in chat to what game are you looking forward to the most for the rest of not only Sunday, but, Sunday night and Monday? Are you looking toward the 4 o'clock games, the 8 o'clock game, the Monday night game? Your boy went and got some B-dubs before the game today, so I was munching on some wings and fries before the game to get ready. I haven't had B-dubs like in a year. And we are officially back, guys. CJ Stroud under center here. Play action, rolling left. And, let's go! Matabike chasing CJ Stroud down for his first sack of the 2023 season. We love Matabike on this channel. That is a 300-pound defensive tackle, ladies and gentlemen. Chasing down a fairly athletic quarterback, and my gosh, look at we've been so excited for Matabike. Honestly, we're really hoping here in Baltimore. They already extended Broderick Washington. We're really hoping they'll extend Matabike here soon as well. That could be what some of the money is that was freed up from Marlon Humphrey's restructure, but we'll see. Stroud looked like he running the same play. Gets pressure. Clowney on him. Owe on him too. Gets hidden. Drop pass, and CJ Stroud taking a hit from Odave Owe. Clowney and Owe both barreling down on a play action, hoping to get their first 5 sacks of the 23 season, just like Matabike. Let's see. Clowney gets matched up against a tight end on the right side. Oh, nope. A tackle. Walks him back. Owe gets matched up against a tight end coming back on a split back block coming from right to left. Makes easy work of the tight end. 3rd and 21 here. And CJ Stroud looking a little screen pass. Flag on the play, though. Might have a holding already. Definitely short of the first down. Let's see what the call is. Penguin Ghost asked me in chat, have you tried the Pizza Hut wings? So, funny story, Penguin. Back in my hometown, I helped one of the first Pizza Huts that had the Wing Street edition. So they'd had the deep fryers to do the wings in our area open. And it was a brand new store. So yes, I am very familiar with Pizza Hut's wings. They're not terrible, to be honest with you. I've actually got my favorite thing to get from B-dubs is I like to get the Hatch queso, but I add chili. So it's chili con Hatch queso, basically, is what we call it. Chili con queso. And it is fire. So fire, you always got to ask for an extra side of regular chips. Usually it's free as well. Fun little fact. But punt team out here for Texans. Ball is away. Looks like a good punt, bouncing and out of bounds. Looks like maybe about the 29-yard line of Baltimore. And Lamar Jackson coming back out here for his first offensive possession of the second half. Let's update our quarter as well. Get our offensive gifts ready. Yep. Oh, man. Yeah, I used to, here's another fun one. If it's a little expensive, but I'm telling you, it's good. If you have Publix. Now, Publix is like a grocery store. A lot of people love their subs and stuff like that. I am not being paid for this public shout out. Let's get that clear real quick. Um, but one of my favorite snacks and one of my girlfriend's favorite snacks is we like to go get popcorn chicken from Publix. It's super fire. Now, of course, if you like boneless chicken, what you do is, of course, you just go get that. Now, they're pretty good by themselves. But, of course, you go down the sauce aisle, the condiment aisle, and Buffalo Wild Wings sells a few of their sauces in the store. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, Buffalo Wild Wings barbecue sauce is trash. I'm sorry, Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm not trying to talk shit, but your barbecue's trash. But the garlic parmesan ain't bad. I use that garlic parmesan, and you see the garlic parmesan used in a lot of like new TikTok recipes and stuff. And I'm sorry we're talking this, but we're on commercial break right now, so we're talking game day food. But so you take that garlic parmesan and you toss them in it. But I'm telling you, where it's really at, guys, is you go to Publix and you get their fried naked wings. Get them naked, just with the skin basically, just skin, no sauce. And they might look at you like you a little crazy. It's fine. Now take that and take either your favorite barbecue sauce or, like I said, go down the sauce aisle, find you some B-dubs, garlic parmesan sauce on the aisle, and toss that, throw it in your air fryer. So you take them home, throw them in your air fryer, heat them up a little bit, and then toss them in your sauce. Oh my God. Like, suck it off the bone, ladies and gentlemen. Good. Like, my mouth is literally watering just thinking about it. So we gotta chill the game day food talk a little bit. It is still too much time in this game before I can eat. But thankfully we're back here. They're teeing up, getting everything ready here, and we're getting ready to see Lamar Jackson come out for the first time here in the second half. And again, shout out to anyone and everyone that's here with me today, viewing, listening. I appreciate everyone, even just for the view. If you could hit that like button, I'd truly appreciate it. And if you would hit that follow or subscribe, oh, I'd be a fan. Lamar Jackson with a good throw off the right side. Zay Flowers coming on a crossing route. And that's going to be a pretty big gain, a first down. Looking good way to start this offensive drive for the Baltimore Ravens. But Penguin Goats, thank you for coming in, man. I truly appreciate it. If you have to go, have a good one, man. I might have to pull up YouTube so I can monitor my chat on this too. Handoff going left. Dobbins, not much on the play. Looks like maybe a gain of 1 on the play. Okay, cool. I've got it up on my phone too, Penguin. So if that guy comes back, because for some reason through OBS it wasn't letting me put him in timeout or ban him, but of course I've got it up on my phone now, which I can operate everything from there. Hey, Casper Brown, thank you for the subscription. J.K. Dobbins handoff going right, and pretty good gain on the play. Looks like maybe a gain of 3 or 4, bringing up a third and manageable here. Which is what we like to see and what we saw a lot out of the Houston Texans in the first half, just staying in run, pass, and staying in 3rd and 5 situations, which, funny, is the situation now. 3rd and 5 coming up here. Baltimore, in my opinion, really needs this 3rd down. We need to come out here and score a touchdown. That's what I would love to see. Glad to see that my subscription and alerts are working correctly. I hope you enjoyed my dancing Poe. If you subscribe, you get to see a dancing Poe on the stream. Isn't that fun? And we've got a penalty before the snap. Nope. Sorry, Baltimore taking their first charge timeout. And again, like we just talked about, you can clearly see Baltimore really thinks just like me that this 3rd down's kind of important. That we want to come out here and score points. Which this timeout absolutely symbolizes. So we'll get back to that in a second as soon as we get done with the timeout. Dog Lover dropping into the chat. What's up, Dog Lover? Hi, how you doing? Doggo. Dog Lover. What's your favorite type of dog? And see, I love when people engage with me in chat because especially in our slower periods and times, like, when we're on commercial break or something, it gives us more to talk about. And I love just talking with people and talking life and sharing experiences. But big 3rd down here coming up, 3rd and 5. Motion by Flowers, moving into a stack trips formation on the left side. Jackson looking there. Got a man. Zay Flowers makes a man miss. That's a first down. Still going, and that's going to be probably a gain of more than 10 yards. And Zay Joystick Flowers showing why Baltimore took him in the first round and why I took him on my fantasy football team pretty early. Let's go, young man. Of course, guys, we've got Zay Flowers and Lamar Jackson starting in our fantasy football league, so we're really looking to get some points out of them. Lamar, they pick up the pace of the offense. Got a man. That's Bateman over the left side. And that's going to be another first down by Rashad Bateman, the former first-round pick. And fun story, guys. I ran into a Steelers fan. That says enough right there, right? No bad shot at Steelers fans. But I had a Steelers fan, and I was talking about Rashad Bateman, right? And this Steelers fan looked me in the face. I need y'all to understand how hard it was to take this man seriously. Looked me in the face and said, Rashad Bateman doesn't play for the Ravens. I said, I think you're thinking of Rashad Perriman, who, like kind of similar, to, I'll bet you $1,000. I'll bet you $1,000 Bateman doesn't play for the Ravens. And I was like, man, that'd be the easiest $1,000 I've ever made in my life. Freaking Steeler fans, man. So arrogant. But anyway, little handoff there to Zay Flowers. Doesn't really go anywhere. Bringing up 2nd and goal here for Baltimore. Baltimore knocking on the end zone. Really looking to get maybe a Lamar Jackson touchdown throw here, but we'll see. Dog Lover says his favorite is Huskies. Hey, I appreciate that. I like Huskies. My brother's got 2 Huskies, to be honest with you. High energy dogs. Definitely got to work them out. 2nd and goal here. Trips left. Lamar looking there. Having to move up. Pressure. Rolling right. Got a man. That's Dobbins. And going to be short on the reception by about 2 yards. Bringing up 3rd and goal, or about 2 yards approximately. Dobbins looked like he's getting up a little slow, walking off. Lamar's trying to speed it up, go into a huddle. Has to slow it down a little bit and call in for a running back to come in, which is going to give the defense time to substitute. Yep, ref has to slow it down. Edwards looks like with the handoff. Nope, that's Hill, and he's in! Justice Hill with a little inside zone run up the middle, and that's a touchdown. Baltimore takes the lead, coming out on their first drive of the second half with a touchdown. And that's what we love to see, ladies and gentlemen. Moving after good plays, change of pace on the offense. That's the things we didn't see under Todd Monken. And let's watch this run play a little bit. Oh! Can we talk about Odell Beckham coming in there on that goal line? Hold on, I have to write this note down. OBJ's block on left side of the formation, or our right, on that touchdown run. Odell Beckham Jr. came in from the slot, guys, and came in basically on a crack block on a linebacker. And, dude, he lowered his shoulder and took a big hit. And on the PAT, we've got a flag coming up here. Let me update our score here. Score, Baltimore, score, and we are up now, guys. 14. Killing me in fantasy, but I love to see us up. I really needed Lamar Jackson and Zay Flowers to score there. But hopefully we'll get maybe one more touchdown out of them. We're waiting to see what this flag is on the PAT. Offsides by the defense. That penalty is declined. Wait, what? Dobbins is going off the field. He's walking, but going gingerly with the help of 2 trainers. It looks like it might be an ankle injury, guys. That is a heartbreaker for the Baltimore team. Thankfully we've got depth, but JK going back to the training room might be going back for an x-ray or to get some taping done. But either way, not something we want to see. Baltimore actually accepted the offsides penalty. And of course, of all times, my stream's going to need a refresh now. That figures. Baltimore's going for the 2-point conversion, actually. One of the analytic guys for Harbaugh must have been in his ear. Baltimore gets it, too. I'm sorry, my stream cut out. Looks like Justice Hill got it. And that's actually going to, change our score. Baltimore 15. Houston 6. I mean, pretty good play, honestly. Like, go up by 9 instead of 8. Okay, I see you. I see you. Yeah, dog lover. I actually have a so dog lover's talking about huskies and what type of dogs he likes. I have a terrier, and she might actually be kind of a rare breed of terrier. We adopted her from a shelter, but we believe she's what you call a Pattendale, Pattemdale, Pattendale Terrier. Little tiny, cute, adorable dog. Her name is Nani. I'm a grown 200 pound, 6'3" man. I'm gonna tell you right now, if my dog's around, she is Nani Boo, Boo Bear, Nani, Non Bear, Non Bon, Boo Bear. Just I call her anything and everything. When she's acting absolutely crazy and got her zoomies, I refer to my dog Nani as the Nonster. Better look out. The Nonster's coming. Meow. Did you catch that? It was the Nonster. Do you hear heavy panting? It's the Nonster. What's under the bed? The Nonster. When she's in her cave, she's the Boo Bear. But I absolutely love my dog. I would love to have a house so that we could get another dog. It's something me and my girlfriend talk about all the time. And again, guys, we're just talking like life a little bit here because we're on commercial break. We're waiting to see C.J. Stroud come out after the kickoff here. Houston trying to stay in this game. Baltimore, of course, with a touchdown and 2-point conversion, getting a nice little lead. Definitely looked good. That was Baltimore's first offensive drive of the second half, and this will, of course, be Houston's second after they got the ball to start the second half. But dog lover, who's your team? Let me know. And if anyone else is in chat, let me know, guys. Are you part of the Ravens flock? What do Texans fans call themselves? Are they the Texan? What do you call cattle? Large amount of cattle. That's a herd. Are you Texan herd? Is that thing? Herd life. And Houston's not gonna opt to return this one, and we're gonna see C.J. Stroud coming out here at the 25-yard line. I'll be honest, the Baltimore Stadium does not sound that loud right now. I would love to hear more sound and more from the Baltimore fans and stadium, but, it just be like that sometimes. All right, C.J. Stroud coming out here. Strong formation, going to be a handoff to Pierce. Roquan got him by the ankle, and that's going to be about 2 yards, but late flag coming in here. Let's see what the flag is. Of course, our referee today is Traw Blake, something we're keeping an eye on because we always like to keep an eye on what refs are officiating our team's games. That's going to be a holding on Justin Madubuike, the defensive tackle for the Baltimore Ravens, resulting in an automatic first down for Houston. And again, Harbaugh sitting over there. Hold on, we got our Harbaugh gifts here. Hold on. Harbaugh is just looking really confused. Like, what did he do? We always try to have our gifts. If I don't put a gif up, yell at me. Handoff going to Pierce, up the middle. Oh, Pierce making a good move. Took what looked like was going to be a gain of 1 to a gain of about maybe 4 on the play. Chimera dropping back in the chat. He said, Burrow's getting his ass handed him in my league. Bro, I saw that. I'm not going to lie. I was checking out, of course, our fantasy football. And I've got Burrow in my other league, and Burrow is just not doing. Lamar ain't got me no points either. For those that don't know, I'm playing Chimera in fantasy football this week in our league, and not going well. 2nd and 6, C.J. Stroud getting pressured, has to dump it off, and great tackle by Malik Harrison, the former Buckeye, the inside linebacker for the Ravens on the outside left perimeter. That's going to be a loss, but we've got another flag on the play. Holding on the offense this time. Baltimore going to accept it on the tackle, Josh Jones, for the Houston. So back him on up there. And then, like the announcers are talking about it, Justin Madubuike is having himself a day right now. He is up the middle. He got the sack on CJ Stroud earlier. Madubuike, which again is why we're hoping Madubuike is the next one that's going to get extension, just like Broderick Washington did earlier in the offseason. But we'll have to wait and see about it. His market value is a little hard to determine. Handoff or play action, screen and dropped on the play. But it was a forward pass, so just going to result in incompletion, bringing up 3rd and 16, a long third down coming up here for Houston. And Houston really cannot afford to turn this ball back over to Baltimore. And so far in this game, we've seen on these long third downs a lot of screen passes from Houston. So I expect to see a screen dump off pass. Baltimore probably playing in cover 3 or prevent defense here. But we'll see. Snaps away. Stroud with a max protection, actually. And got his man almost picked by, that's Darby over there on the left side. But that's Nico Collins making the catch. Looks like just a yard short of the first down. Great break on the ball by both of them. 4th and 1. Expecting a sneak. Here it comes. No, it's going to be it's going to be a handoff, but officials call it dead. What's going on here? We don't have a flag. I don't see a timeout. I don't know what's going on. We're still waiting on an explanation by the refs, guys. Bro, Joe Burrow only has 1.7 points. I am sorry. And I've never had that much faith in Christian Kirk. I just don't have it. I think Calvin Ridley's going to steal all his targets. I'm very sorry about that, Chimera. Should have asked me. No, I'm just kidding. I know you couldn't. 4th and 1 here again. Handoff, and oh my gosh! Baltimore's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men on Houston's side of the line of scrimmage. Absolutely blows that up. Looks like Michael Pierce getting the credit on the play. And Baltimore getting the 4th down turnover. That's Roquan, actually. First man on there. Roquan followed by Jadeveon Clowney, followed by Michael Pierce for a huge 4th and 1 stop by the Baltimore Ravens defense. That is what we needed, guys. Let's go. And after this commercial break, we're going to get Lamar Jackson getting great field position to hopefully come in here and put this game in the books for the Baltimore Ravens fans. Pardon me 1 second. I've been talking so much and going so hard, guys. I have to blow my nose. I'm so sorry. Bear with me for a second while we have an empty chair stream and a quiet mic. I'll be back. And I'm also going to refresh my beverage a little bit. So please bear with me. Glad to know we didn't have a bunch of people spamming my chat. Margaret Jackson, welcome in. New viewer, it looks like, here on the channel. Ravens Nation all day. Ravens flock. We are hopefully looking after that 4th down turnover by the Houston Texans to score here. Baltimore taking over here. Looks like at the 42-yard line. Looking to really take the lead in this game. And that's going to be a handoff. Looks like Edwards. Waiting for the pile. I believe Edwards is going to be in. J.K. Dobbins, for those that weren't paying attention, had to have help going to the locker room. I don't know the status update injury on J.K. yet. Hopefully we'll get one here soon. But J.K. Dobbins, Justice Hill, and Keaton Mitchell are probably going to get the majority of the carries here for the rest of the game. My boy Edwards already in the game. 2nd and 7. And for those that are new to the channel, y'all don't know, I am a Gus the Bus guy. I have been banging for Gus the Bus to get more carries. Oh, there he goes! Let's go! Let's put the Gus the Bus gif up. Gus the Bus Edwards, for those that don't know, has almost always averaged like 5 yards a carry for like years. He had an NFL record for the most amount of carries without ever losing a yard at one point. Edwards, Jackson going to roll out, running. Oh no, fumble! Offensive lineman does a good job jumping on the ball. Lamar Jackson sees he's going to jump on it and doesn't even try. And that's Kevin Zeitler saving the day for the Baltimore Ravens, guys. Lamar tries to make a move, extends the ball out past his body, and the Houston defender just smacks the ball out of Lamar Jackson's hands. A little bit of a heartbreak moment there, but all okay. And we've got an injured Houston Texan down on the field now. And with that, it looks like we're heading to another commercial break. But thanks for all my new viewers. Thank you for anyone listening. Oh, Chimera. Can we talk for a minute? Chimera. We were both even at like 20 points each, right? I've taken the lead now over Chimera, 43-23. But of course, Chimera still is predicted to have more points in the long run. Let's go, though. My boy Najee Harris getting a few more points. Dude, my tight end for the Titans has gotten 0 points. 0 points. I'm not even kidding you right now. Zay Flowers is putting on a good performance for me, though. 13.9 points so far in fantasy. And Evan McPherson finally got some points, 3-0. And Baltimore's defense, of course, 9 points so far. Pittsburgh finally able to score in that game, but so was San Francisco. So San Francisco still up 27-7 on the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is still the surprise of the week so far, by far. Chimera says, so now I know the Browns own Burrow. Hey, man, Chimera, welcome to the AFC North. No game in the AFC North is ever a give me, especially interdivisionally. And, the Steelers are kind of, whenever I do my AFC Commissioner Week, I'm going to have to talk some about the Steelers because Chimera says 259 minutes remaining versus 431 minutes remaining. I'm not too worried. Like I said, you're actually projected to beat me by a total of 20 points, but I'm my two things I'm banking on when I did our pre-analysis matchup, and again, you were leading me in those points prior to matchup too by about 20. I was banking on Pacheco to do a little bit better. He underperformed, so now I have to get higher numbers, but I'm banking on Garrett Wilson and what's his name? Garrett Wilson and DJ Moore tonight is who I'm banking on heavy. 2nd and 7 coming up here. Lamar Jackson throwing it back shoulder, and that's absolutely going to be another pass interference on Devin Singletary Jr., the former first-round pick by the Houston Texans, matched up against OBJ Jr. That's an all-day easy read. A high school ref could have made that call. And that's going to put Baltimore at, I think, let's see where it's occurred. That looks like going to put Baltimore at approximately the 7-yard line. So brings Baltimore to a 1st and goal after the penalty. Absolute crusher for the Texan fans. I didn't think it was going to be a blowout, Chimera. Chimera says let's go, run up the middle. Justice Hill stopped just short, maybe at the 1 or 2 yard line. We really need Lamar Jackson or Zay Flowers to get a touchdown here for fantasy football. For Baltimore, it can come from anybody, but preferably I would love a Lamar Jackson to Zay Flowers touchdown because it would absolutely help cover these point spread that I have against Chimera. But a Chimera, I thought the Steelers-Niners game was going to be close, and I thought the Steelers might be able to. That was my upset pick because I think the Niners are absolutely a better team, and it's showing right now. Handoff going, and Justice Hill making everyone look absolutely ridiculous, showing why Baltimore fans know why he's on the roster right now. Great run by Justice Hill. Fake jet sweep to Zay Flowers. Inside zone run by Hill, and Baltimore increasing their lead here in the 3rd quarter. Great block there by Stanley and Simpson, the left guard that came over for the Raiders, sealing that hole. And barring the Justin Tucker extra point, which is good, Baltimore now leading 22-6 over the Houston Texans. Now, this is the type of score, guys, we were expecting to see out of this game. Of course, I kind of expected Lamar Jackson to ball out a little more, but, it is what it is, So, Chimera, since we got Chimera in the chat, I want to ask him a question. What do you think the odds are? Chimera, do you think the game tonight will go into your game will go into overtime? Would be my first question. And anyone that's joining in, man, if you're there and you can chat, tell me, man, how's your fantasy football team doing? How's your team doing today? Who's your team? I am not doing too well in my fantasy football league that I run. I was a little risky with some of my picks, and they might have backfired on me, but I think it's going to work out in the long run. Let's go ahead and take a look at free agency, too. Let's see. Oh, do we have a new season of Survivor coming out? I'm sorry, I'm watching the commercial. For those that don't know here on the channel, my girlfriend is a huge fan of Survivor. She has watched every season of Survivor. I think there's like 43 seasons, bro. She has watched every season of Survivor, and I've watched probably like 20 seasons worth. So she loves Survivor. I think it's kind of cool. I'm a big wilderness and outdoor guy. I love camping. I miss Colorado for that aspect, and hey, Baltimore getting some love on this NFL Shop commercial. Baltimore's a small market team. Chimera says, no, Jets win with a walk-off field goal, end of regulation, 30-27. Man. You got to show some respect to Chimera in chat. So, for anyone, again, that doesn't know, Chimera is a Bills fan that's in my chat. And calling that his own team's going to lose on week 1, I have a lot of respect for that, Chimera. I really do. And it's not like it's like the Arizona Cardinals. It's going to be a good, close game. So, mad respect to Chimera for that. Welcome into our first time, I think, since the beginning of the stream. Oak Squirrel joining us. Let's go, Oak Squirrel. The Baltimore marching band in the end zone trying to get the crowd hyped because, honestly, I'm a Ravens fan, guys. The crowd is quiet. Now, don't be wrong. We're ahead now. It's not as fun, maybe, but I expect more from Ravens fans. Yeah, Oak Squirrel. I got Joe Burrow in my second league, man, and he's kind of killing me right now. Like, what's going on with your boy Joe Burrow? And, like, what's going on with the Pittsburgh Steelers? And you know Houston Texans fans are mad right now. D'Amico Ryan's the head coach for the Houston Texans, going for it on that fourth down earlier. And it absolutely allowed Baltimore to get easy points on the board. There we go. Baltimore getting some crowd chants going now. Getting a little louder. We want to make sure the Houston Texans do not get back in this game. We got, of course, our Charm City Baltimore Football Cup. We're drinking some Crown Royal and Coke today. I am not paid by Crown Royal. I would love if they sponsored me. But, first we got to grow the channel. We recently, guys, hit 200 subscribers, which was a big goal for us to get to the, from 100 to 200. So we're very excited about that. However, we've already got our eye on the next goal. The next goal being, of course, 500 subscribers. So it's a big gap. We're more than doubling our current subscribers for our goal. But if we can get to 500, we can hit certain monetization goals or affiliate goals, I believe, which would be huge for the channel and the future of the channel. We're also trying to put a lot more content out there. So if you do like what you're listening to, please check back with us. We're trying to do more videos throughout the week, more live videos, and a few other things. But 1st and 10 here for the Houston Texans. Handoff up the middle, going nowhere on the play. And if I got anyone from Ravens flock in here, let me know. Would you rather the Ravens use the money freed up from the restructure of Marlon Humphrey to sign another corner or trade for a corner depth-wise, or B, use it to extend Justin Madubuike, just like we did for Broderick Washington? I'd love to hear some other Ravens opinions on that topic specifically. 2nd and 9, screenplay going left, got some space. Roquan, though, chasing him down, and Roquan showing why Baltimore paid that man. His speed is, Patrick Queen's fast, but Roquan's still just ridiculously fast. Like, chase down that screenplay from behind. And 3rd and 2, a good position to be in. Snap, Stroud looking over the middle, and good coverage by Ardarius Washington, but a better catch by Nico Collins. And good 1st down reception. And that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 here. 4 minutes ticket here in the 3rd quarter as Houston's trying to get back in this game. Houston looks like they're trying to pick up the pace of their offense, but the refs are slowing them down a little bit from their substitution. Pass going left. I believe that's Tank Dell. Yep, Tank Dell, the rookie. And again, I'm going to hammer this home one more time, guys. If you haven't paid attention to my channel, please go back and watch. We did a pre-draft special on offense and defense live, so you have to go to my live section, where I highlighted 5+ players from every position group on offense and defense that were going to be drafted in the 2nd round or later, trying to find those sleepers. Basically, I'm trying to put my scouting predictions on record. So, hey, man, if I've got 4 guys that were drafted in the 4th round that all became Pro Bowlers, maybe I need to be working as a scout for somebody somewhere. But, also on the flip side, could mean I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So, but please go watch it. It's one of my favorite things. I'm a huge draft fan, and the draft is honestly one of the most exciting times of the year for me. I got a fun story to tell whenever we go to commercial break next about draft. All right, 2nd and 6 coming out here. Stroud under center with a fullback in the backfield. Handoff going to the right side. Singletary, and what a great tackle there. I believe that's Ronald Darby, the free agent acquisition here. Or is that Kayvon? Yep, Ronald Darby. Great tackle on the halfback to prevent the big gain. 3rd and 6. Quick pass by Stroud, and he's got him, man. I think that's Robert Woods on the left side. Yep, and Houston putting together a drive here, guys. Yeah, I'll definitely do that after the game, Chimera. For those that don't know, Chimera's got a Twitter. Uh, I'm sorry I don't have the exact Twitter, but you can check out Chimera on Twitter, and he's got his predictions for the season. I believe including to his playoff bracket. So bold to be putting out playoff brackets week 1, but I like it. Fortune favors the bold, as my boy Payo Time at Payo Time on YouTube, an LA Canadian Rams fan, likes to say. So Clowney lining up. Looks like we got a blitz coming. Blitz does come. Stroud having to roll out. Got a little bit of time. Throwing back across his body. And oh my God. Almost intercepted by Patrick Queen on the play, but comes down incomplete. 4th and 16. And I'm guessing we're going to see the punt team here from the Houston Texans, because the ball is sitting at approximately the 50-yard line. Our Darius Washington coming on the corner blitz, same side as Jadeveon Clowney, and able to create a lot of pressure. Patrick Queen actually covering on the tight end, and when he comes across in a great position to make a play on the wide receiver ball. Oh, we got that guy back. Hold on. Apologize to anyone that's in my chat while we get this guy out of my chat. We're going to put him in timeout first. Apologize. We're trying to keep these guys that are coming in here and just spamming stuff, while, like, it's not like I don't support them, but, like, I don't know. Fun stat to look at, guys. Lamar Jackson with not under pressure, 8 of 8 today. While under pressure, 4 of 8. So, something pretty good. Not terrible, but, of course, you'd love to see better under pressure numbers. Play action. Oh, Will Anderson almost there. And, oh, my gosh, no. Off the hands of Charlie Kolar, the sophomore tight end from Iowa we took last year, who we've got a lot of hopes for, but it would be his first catch of the regular season for the young man. Missed all of last year basically with an injury, and just drops the easy first down catch. He looked down, he saw Denzel Perryman, the linebacker, about to tackle him, and when he took his eyes off the ball, he dropped it. Come on, young man. Got to keep your eye on the ball till it's all the way there. Oh, run there, and Justice Hill hit early, able to squeak out maybe 3. That's going to bring up what looks like a 3rd and 7 on the play. 1:15 ticking here in the third quarter, so we're almost... All right, I have a weird question. Did anyone else just... All right, it's doing it again. The game clock is doing a weird glitch. It did it on a few different seconds. Just did it again. Does anyone else see that, guys? Like, that was weird. Jackson looking left, and looks like he's got him. That's going to be a catch. Odell Beckham Jr. on the left side. Texan sideline was saying no catch, but Odell talking a little smack to him. Odell getting hyped right now. Yeah, I am better off insta-banning him, but, I got to give people a timeout first. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Guys, I'm going to need a minute to process what I just watched happen. Wow. Jackson on an RPO getting ready to pass. It's hard to tell. The ball either slipped out of Jackson's hand or Justice Hill bumped him, but the ball just falls out of Jackson's hands, gets kicked towards the Houston Texans' second level, where, of course, it gets picked up by a Houston Texan. So fumble on the play by Lamar Jackson and recovered by the Houston Texans. Houston Texans taking over in their own territory. I just don't. I don't even know what to think, guys. That was like a heartbreaker. Like, thankfully, like, it's not for like game, but my God. Stroud, short pass right, and a bad missed tackle there by one of the Baltimore defensive backs. Roquan has to make a big saving tackle, and we got a flag down on the play. And it did look like a face mask. They're signaling face mask. We'll see. And we've got a face mask. So tack on 15 on the end of that play. That's like a gain almost like 25, 30 yards on the play. And with that, too, we're wrapping up the third quarter. Entering the final quarter of play, guys. Baltimore leading 22-6. Houston with the ball pushing on their own side of the field towards the end zone. Looking to try to stay in this game. Of course, here as us at Raven Flock are hoping for one more good turnover and a score. I'm hoping for a Ravens interception. Of course, I would love for Ravens pick six fantasy football, speaking wise. But ideally, I would love a Ravens interception leading into one final touchdown drive to put this game away. But we still, we got a ways to see on that. Let's go check on fantasy football. Let's see what's going. Oh, no. I just realized that fumble is going to count against Lamar Jackson's points. No. I need those points. Najee Harris in the red zone, so maybe we'll get another touchdown from the Steelers. Najee Harris, I could really use those fantasy football points. Not doing too well. Not doing too well. Let's take a look here at the NFL across, just looking at scores across the NFL so we can get a little bit of an update here. So, update here, Panthers-Falcons, fourth quarter, 10:57 left. Falcons are leading 17-0 as they look to take the lead in the NFC South. Over here in our fellow division, AFC North, we've got the Bengals taking on the Browns, where the Browns are surprisingly suffocating Joe Burrow and the Bengals in a 13-3 game. Browns. Heading down to the NFC South, we've got Jaguars taking on the Colts, where we've got a kind of a high-scoring game where your boy was kind of a fan of Anthony Richardson in the fantasy football. Jacksonville losing this game currently 17-21, so keep an eye on the Colts, guys. Rolling on, we've got some NFC heavyweights, or at least one former heavyweight, Buccaneers taking on the Vikings, where it's all tied up 17-17. Speaking of tied games, looking at again at the NFC, we've got Titans taking on the Saints, tied up all at 9-all. Of course, the surprise of the week right now, 2 minutes 52 in the third, we've got 49ers still leading in that game, 27-7. And rounding up our final 1 o'clock game, just starting the fourth quarter, we've got the Cardinals taking on the Commanders, where the Cardinals are hoping to keep their lead of 17-6 over the Commanders. Like I said, as the fourth quarter gets started there. And with that, we're headed back here to the Houston Ravens and Texans. Weirdly, the ref is having a little talk with CJ Stroud right there outside the huddle. He's over there. All right, Stroud, I need some fantasy points, so I'm going to need you to start bombing it deep. Screw the script. I know what the script says, but screw the script. I need the fantasy points. I put $10,000 on a parlay, and I'm joking, of course. They're like fixing the clock or something. The ref just explained it, but I missed it because I was being a butthead. So, pardon me. But all right, Houston coming out here in the red zone, sitting at what looks like the 8-yard line. Stroud getting pressure. That's Patrick Queen, and that's a sack. PQ, the LSU linebacker, with a sack. A clutch sack. And I don't have a PQ gift because I forgot to load it. I'm so sorry, Patrick. But man, what a huge sack for the Baltimore Ravens. We got a delayed blitz. Oh, wait, was that Roquan? I'm so sorry if that was Roquan. I might have just given... Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. That was Roquan Smith on the sack. And again, showing why Baltimore brought Roquan in here. What a great job of on a delayed blitz coming around the outside like a stunt almost and able to catch C.J. Stroud for the sack. God, this is why Baltimore paid this young man. Like, what a huge sack here to back Houston up away from the end zone. And like they're talking about a little bit, guys, after the Roquan Smith trade, the Baltimore defense started shutting people down. I think they were number 1 in the league in, what was it, yards, number 3 in points, or number 1 in points, something like that. But all right, we got Ojabo lined up on the right tackle. Come on, Ojabo, show me what you got, boy. Come on. Pass rush, not getting there, and oh! Almost intercepted on the play. Great coverage. Going to be an incomplete. Covered up by the Ravens like a fumble, but definitely an incomplete pass on the play. Dalton Schultz, the former Cowboy, brought over and has his hands on it, but a great play on the ball is that Ardarius, I believe, in there to knock the ball out. So here we go. M&T getting a little loud now on 3rd and goal. Looks like Baltimore's only bringing 4. They are. Matabike, though, walking his man back. Ojabo there, another man there, and Stroud gets it away, but it's going to be short. They're calling it a catch, but Roquan wants it incomplete, and now we got a flag on the play, so let's see what's going on here. Harbaugh pointing over. Looks like he's talking it over. I think it's against Houston. Yep. An illegal shift on Houston. 5-yard penalty. Back it up and repeat the down, baby. Get loud again. Let's go. Where's my Poe gifts? Let's get Poe going. Come on, guys. Ojabo. Owe. Ojabo and Owe are out there. I see Matabike, too. Little screen pass. Pretty good blocking, but not really going to get anywhere. Looks like he's going to be short 18 yards of the goal line since all the penalties and the sack. I definitely expect field goal unit coming out here for Houston. They are. And, I mean, Baltimore hopefully is going to be able to burn some time off the clock when they come back out here, but we'll see. Chimera says, how the F are Vikings tied with the Bucks? I'm telling you, dude. And that's what's crazy is Kirk was balling out, bro. Kirk had like, I think, 200 yards at halftime, so I don't know. But I'm sneakily predicting the Vikings taking a step back this year almost. But, I mean, it's kind of hard. They've got a lot of talent. And they added a great wide receiver. Because, of course, they let Thielen go. But drafting Jordan Addison, the wide receiver rookie out of University of Southern California, I think is a great replacement for Thielen. And actually adds way more upside. So, all right, let's update the score real quick before people yell at me. And we've got a 22-9 game now. Real quick, guys, I'm going to slide off camera, take a dab. So please don't go anywhere. We'll be silent and off stream for like probably 60 seconds. So Much love to everyone that's hanging out with me today. Y'all have been awesome. For everyone that's dropping in, chatting, as well as just, hey, my people that are hanging out, listening, and, chilling in the background. We appreciate you. Ravens Nation, my name, of course, we go Darwin's Raven, D-Rave for short. You can also just call me by Levi. That's my name, and we'll be right back before action gets started again. Well, I'm just having to talk so much. I'm like losing my voice and my throat's getting messed up. But yeah, Chimera says Captain Levi Ackerman. Yes, we are Attack on Titan fans, and I love that. There's Captain Levi. All right, but kickoff here. Duvernay just going to take a knee, and we're going to see Lamar Jackson come out here with the offense at the 25-yard line. Looking to hopefully burn some time off the clock. Oh, the drink is so good. Yeah, of course, our number one content is going to be NFL and Baltimore Ravens coverage, but we're also looking maybe to expand into some gaming, um, you know, and potentially like maybe cooking or anime or something like that. Give a lot of content. All right, Lamar Jackson going to hand off up the middle. Gus Edwards met at the line of scrimmage, though. Maybe a gain of one. My boy Gus the Bus Edwards, of course, taking over after the J.K. Dobbins injury. And Todd Monken he looks comfortable up there right now calling this game. I don't know. I like the look. I like what I see right now. Man, them eyes are sharpened, bro. Like, you see how small his pupils are right now? 2nd and 8. Ronnie Stanley literally walked across the line of scrimmage screaming for a penalty against one of the Houston Texans. Like, the refs look a little confused. Ump 115, who's a sideline judge, looks really old. They called a false start against Ronnie, bro! I know, Ronnie is lit right now. He literally stood up, walked across the line of scrimmage, pointing at someone. Harbaugh giving me the Harbaugh head shake right now, too. Second and 13 after the penalty. And Lamar's pointing like up at the scoreboard. I'm guessing it's the clock or something. Which they just reset the play clock. Lamar having to tell the refs how to do their jobs a little bit. Handoff, that's going to be Edwards going up the middle again, and gain of what looks like maybe 4 on the play. Maybe 5. bringing up a 3rd and 9. Baltimore definitely wants to make a conversion here. Houston only able to get a field goal out of their last drive, but just as a Ravens fan, we've had some heartbreaking losses in the fourth quarter, and I don't even want to get close to that anymore. I want to see the Baltimore Ravens put teams down. I'm going to make a reference here. It's going to be a sad reference after this play. 3rd and 9 coming up here. Lamar Jackson, quick screen to Zay Flowers. Good blocking, got some space. He's getting open. Oh my God. Zay was 2 steps from taking it to the house. Zay Flowers with a screenplay showing why. Oh no, though. Ronnie Stanley is down for the Baltimore Ravens. He looks like he is in a lot of pain. Oh no. Oh no. No. I mean, Patrick McCarry's already our backup, and they're heading to commercial break, but that is not something any Raven fans wants to see. I love Ronnie Stanley. He has so many injuries. Of course, when he's healthy, he's a top 5 tackle. We're really hoping, guys, the Ronnie Stanley injury is not serious. Of course, we have Patrick McCarry, who played a lot of left tackle last year anyway, as we eased Ronnie back in. So we're prepared for the injury, but to have that much cap space, potentially missing 4+ games, 6 games, 8 games, it's really fucking hard on a team. Really hard. That's a heartbreaker, though. We're really excited. We're praying that Ronnie's injury is not bad, but he looked like he was in pretty amount of pain there on the field, and yeah, there was at least 3 athletic trainers on top of Ronnie Stanley pretty quickly. So it looked like some type of lower left leg injury, which I think he's had injuries on that leg before. I don't know if that's the surgery leg or not. Either way, that's heartbreaking. Chimera says in chat, I have the Vikings taking a step back too, but they should be losing to an absolute fodder known as Todd Bowles. I mean, so when we were examining the offseason and we were taking a look at Tampa's roster, because they were one of the teams most over the cap, we expected a total implosion of that roster. And they were actually able to keep a decent amount. I think they kept Levante David, if I remember. But they actually were able to retain a decent amount of those people, keeping them back on new deals. One of the people that left was actually Shaq Mason, who's actually featured in today's game. Free agent signing brought over playing right guard for the Houston Texans today, which Matabike has abused him today. Let's be honest. Ronnie Stanley looks like he's able to walk off under his own power going into the blue medical tent. So that's a great sign for Baltimore Raven fans to see. With the big first down, though, by Zay Flowers, 12-12 on the clock and ticking. 1st and 10 for the Baltimore Ravens. Ball at approximately the 43-yard line. Baltimore looking to cross half field. Patrick McCarry looks like he is in at left tackle. And Lamar definitely, they are running a slow down offense now, definitely trying to take every second off the clock. Down to 5 on the clock now. Oh, handoff to Justice Hill, and read well by Greenard, number 52 of the Houston Texans. Makes a great tackle. Not much of a gain on the play. Grenard, my apologies. Actually in a loss of 1 on the play. Grenard crashing off the left side where Patrick McCarry was, and Patrick Ricard looked like he kind of missed his block there, to be honest with you. He had the crashing guy, and then he turned upfield and just let him run by. So, I don't know. It looked like Ricard kind of missed his block. 2nd and 10, handoff. Nope. Play action. It kind of looked like Jackson wanted to hand the ball off, and Gus Edwards didn't want to take, or didn't think he was taking the ball. Jackson able to come back up to the line of scrimmage. for no gain, bringing up a 3rd and 10. 10:53 and ticking here in the fourth quarter. Oh my God, Zay Flowers all by himself on the left side. Yeah, Zay Flowers just sitting there almost not on a screen and all by himself, but Jackson unable to see him. Jackson dropping back deep, a little bit of pressure, and there it is. I mean, with the amount of pressure Will Anderson has had today, you knew he was going to get one eventually, and there it is. Will Anderson. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Oh, no. Does he lose his sack? Holding against the Ravens. That's going to be declined. And the young man, the number 1 pass rusher in the draft, getting his first sack against the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, just that was... just underneath him, rips him, and fights off a holding call and gets his first sack. I want to make this comment real quick. Screw the commentator, that's whoever's covering this on whatever network. They're like, we haven't talked about Will Anderson Jr. We haven't called his name at all. Have you not been watching the game? The dude has been everywhere. He has been one of the sole reasons Lamar has had to move in the pocket so much. If you haven't called or talked about his name, you are a bad commentator and you don't watch the game or football. Shame on whatever commentator is calling this game right now for not even understanding the 3rd overall pick's impact on this game so far. Just ignorance. And I'm sorry I'm a little triggered. I'm going to calm down, guys. I'm going to calm down. Half the reason I got into streaming, guys, is because I got sick of how bad commentators were that were calling NFL games. I lobbied for Pat McAfee and Grossi to get streaming rights. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. I didn't lobby for Pat McAfee, but at the time, before Peyton Manning and Eli Manning got their show, I wrote to Ron Hill, the former NFL Vice President of Operations and NFL Media, about, rights and basically how NFL fans really didn't like what they were hearing from NFL commentators. And it's why things like the McAfee show and the Manning podcast are so popular, But of course, I'm a nobody. Who am I? Moving on. 2nd and 9, CJ Stroud. 9:35 and ticking on the clock. Clowney applying some pressure, having to throw it away, and incomplete. That's to Nico Collins on the left side. Stroud, if he maybe had a little more time, but Clowney just absolutely bull rushed the right tackle of the Texans. Applied really good pressure. Basically, if you were playing Madden, what's the feat where they're like arms reach, where you they can make reach, sacks almost, and it's getting loud. CJ Stroud's having to cover his ears a little bit to get that play call in. 9 minutes, 30 seconds here, 3rd and 9 for CJ Stroud. Baltimore looks like they might be bringing pressure, and they do. Quick throw over the middle. That's Collins. Got some space, and Darby in coverage just a step short, and Nico Collins with a huge gain. 9:20, and we've got an injury timeout. That's George Fant, their starting right tackle. And guys, like I said, I thought Stanley was in pain. He is on his back, legs kicking. It looks like something in his right hand, maybe his wrist, maybe shoulder, elbow, but they're holding his, or maybe it's his back. I don't know. But he is in a lot of pain right now, and one of his fellow offensive line coming over and taking a knee beside him. Trainers are working, looks like right shoulder back maybe. And looks like they're gonna get I thought we were gonna get a replay and actually be able to see what happened. Instead, they're gonna force another Survivor commercial down our throats. But I would love to hear, what do y'all think of NFL commentators right now? Do you like them? Do you hate them? I heard most people think they're annoying. I'm probably annoying. I probably talk too much, but I'm also trying to create content and fill space. I wish I had co-creators. Let's go to chat. Chimera says Bucks should have blown it up, to be honest. No issue with Baker, but Evans and Godwin aren't getting any younger, and their running back room barely exists. 4-3 this year. Bowles gets fired. Evans and Godwin get traded. Um, you know, definitely teams to be looking at around the trade deadline are going to be the Bucks and the Cardinals. There's definitely been I've heard, and this is I'm let me put a disclaimer before I say what I'm about to say. Disclaimer. What you're about to hear is purely rumor. Purely rumor. Okay? No factual basis, no clear reporting. Okay? So please take it with a serious grain of salt. I have heard there could be mutiny in the Raiders locker room if things don't go well. Like we've already seen the tweets from Davante Adams. It is what it is. Hopefully it'll be better. But like I said, I've heard rumors, whispers in the walls that if the Raiders don't do well, there's going to be some Raiders wanting out of the organization before the trade deadline. So if that happens, we could have 3 teams with really big talent on them that could truly make a difference on a championship roster. Those 3 teams being, of course, the Arizona Cardinals, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the sneak rumor pick, the Raiders. Can you imagine getting Davante Adams out of Oakland? Can you imagine Marquise Brown or Buddha out of Arizona? Arizona's still got some good talent, like we just said, with Mike Evans and Godwin. Taylor Bell says Texans suck again. Hey, it's CJ Stroud's first game, and let's go! Ojabo with his first NFL sack and a strip sack. Oh, let's go! We gotta get the Ojabo gif up. Let's get my boy. Let's go! Ojabo working off the right tackle, coming in off the bench and makes easy work of him. Good swat on CJ Stroud. And I believe the ball's recovered by Baltimore. Let's go! Ojabo! Ah! I'm sorry, I'm just stoked right now, guys. I've just been so excited about those 2 young men, and to watch Ojabo get his first sack of the season in the first game, and a strip sack, and a turnover. Like, after for those who don't know, David Ojabo came out of the University of Michigan, same place we got our defensive coordinator back because he used to be our linebackers coach. But Ojabo tore his Achilles at his pro day. He was considered potentially a top 15 pick. Tore his Achilles at his pro day. Baltimore ended up taking him in the second round and basically redshirted him for a year. So this is going to be his first full season, and he's showing why he had that potential to be a top 15 pick. I'm so excited for that young man. And with that, Lamar comes back out. We get a quick run, and 2nd and 9 coming up here for the Baltimore Ravens. 8:40 ticking on the clock. Oh, we are so excited. Oh, wait, we got to check fantasy football, guys. Hold on. I got the Ravens defense on fantasy football, and we play Chimera. Hey, what up, Tone or Tone? Go Ravens. Go Ojabo. Ah! Let's go on my fantasy football. I'm getting some points, even though my predicted points is actually way down, so I shouldn't be excited. Handoff, going to be Edwards going left and probably gain about 4 on the play. Go Ravens. All right, let's be real here, guys. Let's be real. We knew the Ravens were going to win. I shouldn't say no, but by the way, injury update, J.K. Dobbins out officially with an ankle injury, and Ronnie Stanley's injury is officially a knee injury. They listed him as questionable, so hopefully it's not a bad injury, but you hate to see, again, 2 starters like that go out the first game of the season. Thankfully, Baltimore is prepped for, those injuries. We've got really deep positional groups right now. But of course, we need this trend already to level off already. Just I know it's a new trend. Oh, Odell Beckham Jr. over the shoulder. We've been waiting for that all game, guys. Let's go. And looks like they're going to try to close this game out right here. Beautiful connection. And Baltimore now at first and goal after that huge connection to OBJ on the left side. Baltimore looking to put this game away. I think they're trying to get OBJ his first touchdown. They even just threw a screen to him. They just give me that vibe. Like, Chimera, don't joke about that. Like, Devontae Adams to the Bills would be ridiculous. But the question is, what would you have to give up? And, like, I mean, dude, that would be stupid. I think Chimera, the Bills would invest more than likely something into a defensive asset instead of offensive, just because I think you're pretty set on the offensive side. But injuries could play a lot. Can you imagine what if the Bills traded Stephon Diggs for Devontae Adams? Would you take that trade maybe with a little bit of lower? Let's ask that to the full chat. Let's ask. Devontae Adams, I think, is a little younger than Stephon. I'm not sure. I want to check that now. Like, first and goal, though. Handoff going up the middle to Justice Hill, and looks like a gain of maybe about 3 on the play. Hold on, we got to check this now. I want to pose this trade to everybody. Oh, no. We've got another injured Raven down, and he is looking like he is in some serious pain, and that's Tyler Linderbaum, the center, the star center for our Baltimore Ravens. Maybe a lower back injury. He's rolling on his back. They're listening. They're talking to him. I'm hoping maybe he's just cramping, but God, dude, that would be a killer. Oh no! Oh my God! For anyone that's not watching, would just happen on the run play. A player rolled up on the back right leg of Tyler Linderbaum, and I'm telling you guys, the angle he went down, just like the oh guys, I'm sorry, I'm heartbroken right now. Like, I am heartbroken by that. We're praying that Tyler Linderbaum is okay. Like, we do have Sam Mustipher, I believe, activated for this game. One of those ones that make you think that there might be an NFL script, like, oh, they're sorry, you lose your center. What? No, we can't lose our center. Sorry, that's the script. But yeah, losing Stanley and Linderbaum. So Chimera, Tyler Linderbaum is hurt, who's also our starting center. So, okay, good sign. He's walking around. He's walking around on the sideline. That's a great sign. He's got a lip. Ah. They're taking Tyler Linderbaum into the locker room. He's walking with a noticeable limp. So Baltimore might have just lost their starting center and their starting left tackle now. Sam Mustipher coming in, who was a guy who we predicted to make the roster in the season, so that's fun. But a second and goal coming up here for Baltimore. Screen pass to Zay, not much room, and yeah, he's going to get blown up like 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So backs up Baltimore a little bit, brings up third and goal, 5:23 and ticking on the clock. Sub 5 minutes. 3rd and goal. Snap coming. God, I'm like losing my voice. Another screen pass to Zay, and this one even further behind the line of scrimmage. Tackle for a loss, and his helmet comes off, ripped up from the back, and I the fans are booing Todd Monken in Baltimore right now after 2 back-to-back screenplays. Or maybe they're booing because the helmet came off. I mean, it's kind of looked like a face mask, but I'm glad Zay's okay. Justin Tucker coming out to extend this lead, and I'd say it's safe to say, guys, this game's probably over. Tucker, good, and extends the lead. Baltimore, 25. Houston, 9. I hear a lot of whistles. Is there a fight going on? Get our Tucker gift. Barring this next offensive drive, really, I mean, that's what, a 16-point game? Yeah, 16-point game right now. So 2 touchdowns with 2 conversions in 4 minutes 10 seconds with 2 timeouts. I mean, it's like doable, but like you got to be Tom Brady or playing Madden. Like, let's check up on fantasy. I feel like my voice is getting so nasally because, um, just like all the talking and stuff. I don't know. My nose is like stuffed up now. And we are predicted to lose to Chimera by, again, almost about 20 points. So Lamar Jackson definitely did not ball out like I thought he was going to ball out today, especially fantasy-wise speaking. I should have known better. It's like a rule. Don't draft your team's players in fantasy. It's bad luck. Najee Harris definitely did not get it. By the way, update on that game: San Fran up 30-7 on Pittsburgh with only 3 minutes left in the fourth, so that game's essentially over. Owe almost gets a sack on C.J. Stroud. They're coming out here throwing, and pretty big hit there. Zay Flowers killing it in fantasy week 1 with a 17.7 points right now in fantasy football. So killing it. George Pickens, 8.6. C.J. Stroud dropping back, 2nd and 4. Pressure, and got his man, Nico Collins. That's Robert Woods. Saying it's a catch. Officials say no. Let's see it. Ooh, that's a catch. Let's watch it again. Super slow-mo, better angle. Dude, that's a catch. Refs got it wrong. I'm going to call it right now as a Ravens fan. That's a catch. And, yep, D'Amico Ryan's throwing that challenge flag, as he should. And sadly, that's going to slow down the pace of the game here a little bit. Packers-Bears starting soon, Chimera says. Go Bears. Go Bears indeed. I've picked the Bears to win that matchup, as well as I have DJ Moore, who I'm hoping for 2 touchdowns. So, yeah, go Bears. Go Bears, Chimera. I'm hoping DJ Moore lights it up. The former Terrapin, who Baltimore wanted to drafted, got taken by Carolina, who then got traded, of course, from Carolina to Chicago last season. So I know a lot of people don't want to buy that Chicago hype train, and I totally get it. Justin Fields, but as long as Justin Fields can launch it deep and he's got DJ Moore and Chase Claypool, they've got scoring potential. I know it sounds bad, but like, Chimera says, wait, ... Yeah, go Bears, Chimera, go Bears. 3:36 here on the clock. We're still waiting for Houston's challenge to finalize. Wow. The NFL guy saying it's not a catch. I'm in agreement with Robert Woods. Chimera says, wait, never mind. Go, Pack, go. Yeah, you don't understand, Chimera. See, you were joking. You're saying go Bears. You don't even understand. I was already down to you in the original fantasy football by exactly about how much we're predicting now. But what they predicted DJ Moore to get, I'm slightly predicting higher because I think they're going to be confused on who to cover. And I think Justin Fields is going to get some broken plays and chuck some balls deep for some touchdowns. Stroud looking left. Got a man. That's going to be Tank Dell with a great catch. Good coverage by Brandon Stevens of the Ravens, but that's going to bring up a first down, and the clock is ticking. 3:25. So I'm going to say, guys, it's probably official. The game's probably over. They lost the challenge, so they only have one timeout. Houston looking. Stroud having to run now, and he's got a first down. 3-5 and ticking. Houston trying to make a miracle happen. Yeah, the refs, the refs have been so bad since the lockout. Stroud looking right, almost intercepted by Darby, but it's an incomplete. Woods fighting for a catch again, but again, guys, if Robert Woods is available in your fantasy league, please circle his name. Just like how many targets? Let's try to find. I'm gonna go to NFL real quick, guys. Let's see how many targets Robert Woods has had in this game alone. Just targets, not catches, not yards, anything else. Just targets. Chimera prediction afterwards for what? Stroud get bro. Stroud pressured by Clowney. Clowney, while he's getting blocked, covers basically the window, so Stroud never sees Ardarius Washington, the defensive back, coming in on the blitz. Oh my gosh. Just hides behind the offensive lineman that's trailing Clowney and absolutely drills CJ Stroud for a sack. Oh my God. That's worth a damn gif. Ooh. Clowney pushing the tackle back again. Tavius Robinson giving pursuit, the rookie. And Stroud runs out of bounds. That's going to bring up a fourth down. And Clowney is absolutely destroying the backup right tackle now for the Houston Texans. Showing why Baltimore brought him in here. Guys, again, I know I've talked about it, but another reason why I'm so excited for this team now. With adding him, I was already super excited for Odafe Owe and David Ojabo. Tyus Bowser has always been reliable in there. Tyus Bowser is pretty good in coverage, actually. But decent sack numbers, like probably 6 sacks. But then we added Clowney. And heavy blitz coming. Screen falls to nobody. And that's a turnover on downs with 2 minutes and 1 second left. And guys, it's official. There is absolutely no way that the Houston Texans can make a comeback now. Baltimore coming back out with 2 timeouts. Houston with 1. Even if Houston is able to stop Baltimore, they're able to stop 1 play after 45 seconds. So take after the 2-minute drive, take 45 off or stop the clock. Take another 45 off. That's a minute and a half. Take another 30 off. That leaves Houston like 20 seconds to score more than 2 touchdowns. So I'm going to go ahead and say it as Gus Edwards takes a carry up the middle. Baltimore has won their first game of the 2023 season 25-9 over the Houston Texans. Baltimore comes with an overall great performance on the day. Nothing outstanding from Lamar Jackson, but some great plays by some of the young players for Baltimore's defense. And of course, Zay Flowers balled out. We saw some great plays from Lamar Jackson that were smart with Odell Beckham Jr. and some of that chemistry that we saw a little bit in training camp. Um, Bateman was solid early in the game, made some good crucial catches. And when we get Mark Andrews back, again, the only struggle I have is I think there's going to be too many heads to feed, and I hope everyone's okay with it. You know, I will check the predictions afterward, Chimera. Um, we're actually here. Let me pull it up on Twitter real quick. After we check our stat, though. So, by the way, Robert Woods got 10 targets. So, he tied Nico Collins for 10 targets today. So, fantasy football numbers to pay attention to. I'm sure Nico Collins is gone in a lot of leagues, but Robert Woods might be there in some leagues. Tank Dell got 3 targets for 3 catches for 34 yards. So, nothing great, but solid performance out of one of the young rookies that we're going to be following throughout the year. With that being said, let's go ahead and check out Chimera's playoff prediction here. Give me one moment to get him up here on my channel. Joe Burrow is currently trending on Twitter, probably because he is stinking it up right now. All right, there's Chimera. Chimera, I actually don't see your prediction, so I don't know. But yeah, guys, I don't know about y'all. I'm kind of excited to go eat. But before that, we're gonna go ahead and get one more final look around the NFL here at Score. So if you want to hang around with me for just a moment, I appreciate everyone that has. So let's run this down real quick. Expected winner here, Falcons 24 over the Panthers. So Bryce Young going to lose his first game. Desmond Ridder somehow able to squeak that out. Jacksonville Jaguars up 31-21 over the Colts. So Jacksonville going to jump ahead in that division. Titans down 1 point over the Saints with 2 minutes left. So keep an eye out, guys. If that might be the game to jump back over to. Find someone that's doing Saints versus Titans. Really close game. Of course, 49ers blow out the Steelers 30-7. And in the final, Cardinals 16, Commanders 20. Sam Howell able to get his first win as a Commanders over the pitiful Cardinals. Definitely be on the lookout, guys. We've got some good games coming up here in the 4 o'clock slots. I won't be covering, but really good games. Packers, Bears, Broncos, Raiders, Dolphins, Chargers, and Eagles, Patriots, and Rams, Seahawks, all coming up here in the 4 o'clock slot. And of course, let me give a quick shout out to all my people. Thank you, Chimera. Thank you, Penguin. We got a new subscriber, Casper Brown, to the channel. Also got a shout out to Oak Squirrel, Margaret Jackson, and Taylor Bell. All these people that came in and joined me today for the stream and for the channel. Dog Lover, we all appreciate you. And anyone that just joined and listened to us, we greatly appreciate it, and hope you'll come back to join us for more Baltimore Raven broadcast. And like I said, look forward to our channel. We're planning to get some future content out here soon. We've just been finalizing our school schedule and doing everything. And of course, go check out our pre-draft special, our offensive and defensive special, where we covered a lot of these young rookies coming into the NFL in the 2023 draft and guys that we thought, might be able to make their way in the league eventually. But tomorrow's game, let me see, tomorrow is Monday. I do plan to cover Monday's game. So, guys, thank you for asking that, Chimera. So, going forward, of course, we'll be covering every Baltimore Ravens game for the rest of the season. However, to also diversify our content and reach other people and watch some other games, we had to choose basically between Thursday or Monday games. Seeing as I have 8 a.m. calculus class and also my tests are a lot of times on Fridays for calculus, Staying up late Thursday nights to stream and do everything probably isn't the best idea. Whereas Tuesday, my classes aren't till later in the afternoon. So we will be live for the Monday game as well. So we will be covering all Raven games, Monday night games, and potentially maybe some Sunday night matchups as well. But we're not going to commit to that. So thank you for bringing that up, Chimera. For those that don't know, let me give one big shout out here. So Chimera is going to be streaming later on in this year. They're going to be doing music and original comic book content, which I think is really cool. Of course, maybe doing some NFL football and Buffalo Bills content as well. So check them out. That I follow them on Twitter, so you can find me on Darwin's Ravens 20 on Twitter. Go check them out on Twitter. I don't know if he's got his YouTube channel set up, but if he does, go follow him as well. Chimera is one of my OG people, so we love Chimera in this channel, and we will always support Chimera. But with that, guys, I am calling it. There's 58 seconds left, and the Texans are getting the ball back. The game's over. Again, thank you to everyone. Come back, subscribe, check out the channel, like the videos, and with that, I'm Darwin's Raven, D-Rave, or just Levi. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope everyone has a wonderful Sunday, wins all their games, wins all their fantasy football leagues, except for Chimera, and just has absolute wonderful and blessed